What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to U3 Sports Talk. Tonight is Open Mic Friday, and this is all about the Super Bowl. And of course, got to welcome in J Mac. J Mac, how you doing, brother?
What's up, man? You ready?
Hey, man. Listen, man, we got a lot to break down. This is going to be a pretty interesting night because again, we're spending it most of the night talking about Super Bowl. So if you haven't already, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to U3 Sports Talk because, again, when we go live, we want you all to be the first to know. So please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We got a lot. We got a lot to unpack here, J Mac. This is, some would say this is a matchup for the ages. But before we get into it, just give me your initial thoughts on kind of, the build up to the game and just, kind of what you've been thinking about the last couple of weeks.
Well, to be honest, man, we've had a lot of distractions other than, outside of sports. But I was disappointed that Aaron Rodgers didn't get a chance to go against Mahomes. But hey, the better team won. I like the matchup. It just doesn't seem due to COVID and all the other things, doesn't seem like a really hyped up Super Bowl for me. Even though this is Brady's chance to get his 7th ring, Mahomes' chance to get 2 in a row. But just the buzz just doesn't seem like it, I think it should be a little more buzz to it. I mean, I'm excited because both of these two teams, man, it's going to be a lot of talent on the field, man. A lot of speed on the field on both sides of the ball. Two masters at what they do as quarterbacks. Man, two underrated defenses. Hey, I'm ready, man. I'm pumped up. Absolutely, I'm ready.
Yeah, and to your point, I mean, it is a little odd, a little weird, I guess, if you want to call it that, to, be talking about a Super Bowl in the midst of a pandemic. Obviously, you're not going to have, a full stadium. One of the things about the Super Bowl that, I always enjoy is seeing, the flashing lights, in the stadium when the kickoff happens. It's not going to have that same feel, of course, but obviously, once the game starts, I think, you'll kind of just, get a chance to just focus in on the game, as most people will. But certainly, yeah, it has been a little different, a little weird. I mean, even like Kansas City, for example, they won't even get into Tampa until tomorrow, so, which is unheard of. Usually you're there, the entire week. You're kind of taking in the ambiance of the moment and and for Kansas City, I mean, most of those guys were in the Super Bowl last year, so they're probably not even tripping on it like that. But, you think about, just the newer guys, especially not getting a chance to experience the ambiance of it, just because of the pandemic. But maybe in some ways it's good because it lets them, get a chance to focus in. There was some breaking news not too long ago.
Before I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
wanted to get this out the way to make sure I mention. Shout out to all the frontline workers, healthcare workers, teachers, anybody out there that has to go out there and be involved under these circumstances. Shout out to you. I hope and pray that everyone is safe, and also that if you can get a chance to enjoy the game as well.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. And again, we can't thank, you all enough, for what you do and the risk that you put yourself in every day to make sure that, we can still, continue to move as a country, because I think that's important. So thank you for mentioning that, J Mac. Yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful, actually. So, but yeah, there was some.
I don't want to hear beautiful no more. The rest of this show. This is football.
Hey, listen.
Everything better be dirty, grimy, and all that other stuff.
Hey, listen. There can be some beauty in football. When you watch Barry Sanders break a run, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. When you watch Warren Moon throw a deep ball, that spiral was beautiful.
When I saw Lawrence Taylor wreak havoc on everybody he went after, that's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. So it's beautiful. We're men, but we know we're comfortable enough to just say what we got to say as men. But
yes, sir.
So I know you kind of gave just your initial thoughts on the Super Bowl, but I do want to get to some breaking news that came down not too long ago. So Britt Reed, the son of Andy Reid, outside linebackers coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, was involved in an car accident late last night. Apparently, there's someone who was involved in the accident, not releasing names or anything, who's fighting for their life right now. So certainly not the news you want to hear a couple of days before Super Bowl, before a big game, but definitely just want to just say to those who were involved in the accident that our thoughts and prayers are with you. And we hope that everyone is able to pull through. So,
absolutely.
But certainly again, not news you want to hear. And from Kansas City's standpoint, obviously Super Bowl week and the week up to the Super Bowl, or a couple weeks up to the Super Bowl, the whole thing is you want to try to avoid distractions and things, and you just hope for them that this isn't too much of a distraction. Coming into the game on Sunday. So just needed to share that. But we expect some people to join us tonight. We really want to, really do, a deep dive into this game. We've got some folks who are, will be joining us because, again, we do want to do, a serious look at just this entire game. But J-Mac, before we get into that, I just kind of want to ask you, right off, and just your early thoughts about who you think the potential X factor for each team may be come Sunday.
Shit. Everybody's X factor on Kansas City Chiefs offense. It don't matter, pick whoever you want to be X factor. But for the sake of just being different, I'm gonna say Le'Veon Bell.
Really?
Yeah, Kansas City hasn't been running the ball particularly well. He's been injured, but he got a lot of rest. He's been resting. He could have went not last week, but there was a potential chance he could have went last week. But I think sitting him out that game, getting fortunate enough to get to this game with an extra week of rest, I think he can have a couple of timely runs that could probably pierce through that Tampa Bay front, because I believe that Tampa Bay's secondary is going to be busy chasing around all the speed demons and then trying to keep up with Travis Kelce is. There's potential for a play out of nowhere, especially with the craftiness of Andy Reid, a play out of nowhere that involves Le'Veon Bell.
Right.
And, regardless of what he's been through in the last few years, we know he's more than capable.
Right.
As for Tampa Bay, I'm going to say, again, I'm going to be different on this one. I'm going to say the corner, Murphy Bunting. And I'm going to tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
He's been getting his ass tore up. And when that happens, your adversary, the person that's looking to continue the onslaught of whooping your ass, he could kind of, take him for granted.
Right.
And, Tampa Bay, again, is a average at best defense collectively total.
Right.
However, you just can't play around in a game like this. You just can't. So I expect laser focus from from Kansas City's offense, but I also expect Tampa Bay's secondary to be as close to discipline as possible.
Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier, and we have a laundry list of things to go over, and X Factor is one of them. Once we get some more folks into the chat and obviously into the live panel. But for me, I was thinking about the X Factor for Tampa, and I think the X Factor actually is going to be. Again, I'm gonna be outside the box on this. It's going to be Ali Marpet, the left guard. I think Ali Marpet will see a lot of one-on-one against Chris Jones from Kansas City. And I think everybody knows who's watched Kansas City, Chris Jones is a monster. And actually, I'm kind of going to add an addendum to that. I'm going to say Ali Marpet and the center Ryan Jensen against Chris Jones and Derek Nandi. Yeah, I think those two guys up front can wreak havoc, and the stat has been proven if Brady gets hurried, more than 10 times a game, they lose. So I expect those two to really be a big part of what they're doing. So I would say Marpet and Ryan Jensen are probably the X factors for the Bucks, and then the X factor for me for Kansas City is Honey Badger.
Yeah. I was thinking about him earlier.
Yeah. I think he's the best free safety in the game. I think I don't want to compare him to a Hall of Famer in Ed Reed, but he is kind of in that Ed Reed, Earl Thomas mold where you better know where he is at all times, and if you don't, you're going to be in for work. So definitely want to say, Honey Badger is going to be a guy who I expect to be, a big part of, of the game plan. And I would expect that he'll be a guy that they really got to keep their eyes on.
Well, Honey Badger is just a smart football player.
Yeah.
He's that ultimate combination that you want in a defensive player that's full of power and IQ.
Right. Yep.
He has ability to be fast, quick, or he has the ability to beat you at your spot.
Right. Yeah.
And he studies the game. You can tell he knows where the receivers are going. And he's excellent over the top help. So, man, Tom Brady better be on his A game. He better be on his A game.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, I don't want to spend too much time on it because, I think we can really get into it and let's talk about some key matchups. And again, before we get into this, if you want to join, please click the link to join the live panel. The link is in the chat. So please click the link, join us, because again, we want to hear everybody's thoughts on this game. We've had 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks to think about it. So everybody should be coming in with some interesting takes and interesting thoughts, and we want to, have you as a part of the conversation if possible. So,
hey, also, I want to hear from some people who don't like Tom Brady. Come on in.
Right? Yeah.
If you got any complaints, gripes, you want to get something off your chest, come on in and let's get it.
Right. And I'm with you because, I don't like Tom Brady. I never have, I never will. I have my reasons. And because my mama may be watching, I'm not going to get into it because I don't use that kind of language on the internet. So,
I use it, don't worry.
Yeah, I know you do. It's fine. Yeah, there's always one. But yeah, no. So just looking at some key matchups, just initially, just give me your thoughts on some of the key matchups you think could be the deciding factor, in this game.
The biggest matchup for me is Tyreek Hill against the zone.
You think they're gonna play more zone?
I think, yeah, because I think Tampa Bay's front is good enough to be able to pressure Mahomes. They may not get to him, but they're very aggressive and they know how to get to the quarterback.
Right.
So I think they're going to have more help out there in the secondary.
Right.
But when I watched them against Buffalo last week, Tyreek Hill still was able to find the holes, and Mahomes was always there to put the ball exactly where it needed to be.
Right.
So I think that's one good matchup. On the other side, I'm going to say Tom Brady versus Tyrann Mathieu. I think Matthew is going to have the responsibility of reading the defense. And Chris Jones, no, I'm gonna say the whole Kansas City's whole front versus Tampa Bay's front.
Right.
I think I'm gonna give the edge to Kansas City, even though Tampa Bay's front with Sue and help me out. What's my other man name?
Sue. You got Golston.
One came from
Vita Vea.
From Pierre Paul.
With Pierre Paul, yeah.
Yeah. He looked real good last week.
Yeah, I agree.
So Kansas City's offensive line is not as healthy as they would like to be.
Right.
So, I mean, the trenches, man. I'm always looking in the trenches. Who's getting pressure on who, and who's allowing the other to impose their will.
Yeah,
so that's where I'm at.
Hey, Lee, welcome in, Lee. Gotta bring you in on this, man. Salute for joining us tonight.
Hey, my brother, what's going on, Sean?
Hey, I can't call it, man.
Hey, what's up, Lee? How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. What's your name?
J Mac.
J Mac. What's going on? Salute to you, brother.
Man, salute, bro.
Hey, Lee. So, welcome in. You know, we're breaking down this Super Bowl. We're gonna do a deep dive into this thing tonight, man. So, just your initial thoughts on just some of the key matchups you're looking for on Sunday.
Well, one, I gotta support my brother, Sean. I gotta support you as well. J Mac, definitely have to.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. We have to elevate our communities, and this is one way.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
So that's the reward. Number two, I'm not one for conspiracy theories. I'm not, but I'm not saying the NFL is rigged every year, because there's some years where the NFL is clean when it comes to competition. I just have a funny feeling about this year. I just have a funny feeling. I mean, I really think unless a miracle happens, the NFL is going to have its hand in a cookie jar. And we all know who I'm talking about.
Right.
You go to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is in Tampa. It's in Tampa Bay. The quarterback who left New England goes to Tampa Bay, and all of a sudden they're in the Super Bowl, hosting in Tampa Bay. I mean, that's another discussion for another day. Just SMH. I'll just leave it at that. SMH.
Yeah.
And I said this to one of my buddies this week. I said, look, if the Vikings, because remember 3 years ago, the Vikings were 13-3. And the Super Bowl that year when they got the brakes beat off by the Eagles in that NFC Championship game, the Super Bowl was going to be in Minnesota. So if it were a situation where the Vikings had already done it, I would say, you know what? Okay, cool, NFL. I get it, but that's not the case. But to the game, you guys make some interesting points, especially about the trenches. I believe the Chiefs have 2 tackles out.
Yes, both of their starting tackles are out.
And here's the thing. With Fisher, the left tackle, he really struggled for most of the year. It's just that Patrick Mahomes, or as Shannon Sharp calls him, and I call him this as well, Mahomes boy. I've not called him Patrick Mahomes in a while, but with Mahomes boy, He's so good, he makes Eric Fisher look like an all-pro.
Right.
In reality, he's just an okay left tackle. He's not a scrub. He's okay. But he's just that talented to where he could overcome almost anything. So he really struggled, especially against the Saints.
Yes.
He really struggled. I think he gave up 3 or almost 4 sacks.
Yes.
So that's going to be key. Another, I would say their best pass rusher for Tampa Bay, Shaq Barrett. If he could get home a couple of times, that would be huge. But here's the thing. I think at this stage of their careers, I think my homeboy, he's a better runner of the football than Aaron Rodgers is at this stage because he's just younger, has fresher legs, and he can escape pressure. But Tampa Bay, it's going to be hard. I feel so bad for the secondary, man, because you can't play man. Because if you do, Tyreek Hill is going to have 400 yards receiving in the first quarter. I mean, look at last time. He had darn near 300.
Yeah.
If they play zone, you already know what Andy Reid is going to do with Travis Kelce. Just find a soft spot every time.
Yeah.
Just find a soft spot every time.
Yeah.
You also have to worry about Mecole Hardman, because they're going to find ways to utilize him as well.
Absolutely.
Then Sammy Watkins, who runs like a 4.38, I think is playing, and he could get some separation as well.
Yeah.
And another thing is with their run game. If Le'Veon Bell, they don't have to get 120, 140, 200 yards rushing.
Right. Yeah.
If they could just get something respectable.
Yeah.
Hey, let me get 15, about 17 carries, 65 to about 85 plus yards, or even somewhere within a ballpark. As long as it's respectable, it will keep the Buccaneers off balance.
Right.
So that's going to be the key for the Chiefs: turnovers. If they don't turn the ball over, it's going to be a long day for the Buccaneers. Now, the key for the Bucs. One, can the Chiefs front four pressure Tom Brady? If they can do that consistently, they have a very good chance. Now, I think one of their most underrated players on defense is Snead. Their other corner.
The other corner, yep.
Oh my goodness. I actually believe he's their best corner. That guy is terrific. And then, as you mentioned with the Honey Badger, how he just covers so much ground. Good in the run, very good in the pass, just high IQ. And then their linebackers are pretty fast too.
Yeah.
I mean, the linebacking core for Kansas City used to be their weak link, but they've really gotten better over the years. So if they can force multiple 3-and-outs against the Buccaneers and turnovers, I have the Chiefs winning by at least 2 touchdowns. But knowing the NFL, I believe somehow, some way, I don't want it to happen. But, the NFL, yes, it's about competition, but it's also about narratives. And narratives, unfortunately, is the moneymaker. I just have a bad feeling. Buccaneers are going to win. I just have a bad feeling. I don't want it to happen, but I just have a bad feeling.
So, Lee, I want to come to you, and J-Mac, I want to get your thoughts on this, because obviously we've seen the Chiefs play 2 playoff games this year, obviously against Cleveland and Buffalo. I thought Cleveland went in with a really good game plan to try to minimize Mahomes' effectiveness by not giving him multiple possessions. So I thought they did a really good job of kind of shortening the game. Obviously, the Browns are built on the run game, but they tried to get a lot of short, quick passes. Again, try to really dink and dunk. They weren't taking a lot of long shots down the field. They really tried to play ball control. Do you think, and Lee, I'm coming to you first on this because I know you're a Browns fan. Do you think the Bucs will try to do some of the same things to minimize Mahomes' possessions in the Super Bowl and in this game.
Oh, absolutely. They have no choice. They have no choice. They're gonna have to run the football. They have to. You can't allow the Buccaneers to get in their own way.
Right.
With Patrick Mahomes multiple possessions.
Yeah.
They gotta run the football with Rojo and with Leonard Fournette. Give them both. I would say give them both 12, about 14 to 16 carries each. Number one, because that eats up the clock, time possession, which means Mahomes boy has less opportunities to create explosive plays. Because we all know with Kansas City, they only need one play. They really only need one play, and that's it. Because they're the only team I've ever seen that can hit a home run anytime, and they're back in the game. Right. So with the Buccaneers, and they have to keep their foot on the gas because I don't care if they are up 31-0. The lead's not safe. It's not safe. It ain't safe. Unless it's 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, that lead is not safe. Yeah. So
hell, 30 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
Right. Exactly. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No, I'm a homeboy. But the Browns, because you know how much I love the Browns, Sean, they're missing two things. And one is unpopular. Well, according to, biased, sports fans and so-called journalists. They miss Odell Beckham Jr. I don't care what anyone says. They missed him. Yep. Thank goodness. What up, CA?
I said,
thank goodness.
They need that deep ball threat, man.
Oh my.
Yeah. Hey, CA3, welcome in, bro.
What's up, brother?
And I was saying that. Oh, my fault. See, I'm almost done. I was saying that. Look, thank goodness this Browns regime has some sense, and they want Odell back next year. Thank goodness. But that's another discussion for another day. But yeah, they missed him, and then what really did them in was they had a golden opportunity to defeat the Chiefs when Patrick Mahomes went out, and Chad Henne basically gift wrapped them a game-winning drive. And Baker Mayfield did Baker Mayfield things and didn't get the job done. But another thing is they went away from running the football when they were successful. It's like just run the ball. Run the ball. Nick Chubb's getting 5-6 yards a pop. Run the ball. So I think that the Buccaneers are definitely going to utilize Rojo and Fournette, and they're definitely going to use Antonio Brown. They're going to find ways to have them their Jarvis Landry, so to speak, but the original Jarvis Landry, where his specialty's in a slot. Yeah. So they're going to have him. Receive dink and dunks, probably screens, slants. They're going to use Brate. They're going to use. If they're smart, their base would be Gronk, Cameron Brate, AB, Mike Evans, and then probably Rojo. Because then you don't know who Tom Brady's going to go to. And if they could get to third and manageable, 3rd and 5 and below, the Buccaneers, they're going to have a pretty good chance to win. Plus, the NFL's in their side anyway. So
right, and I want to make a point on your point that I want to bring CA on in this. Brate is dealing with an injury. They're saying he's questionable. Obviously, he's probably going to play, but how effective he'll be, because to your point, I think the Bucs will have to use 12 personnel a lot to kind of slow down that Kansas City pass rush some. And again, Kansas City, runs a lot of zone blitz, which we'll talk about here in a moment. But CA, I just want to get your thoughts on the Super Bowl key matchups that you're looking at.
Yep. I'm looking at I just think, man, in order for the Bucs to win this game, you can't get in the shootout. First of all, you just can't. You gotta use your running backs. That Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette, they've been playing well as of late. You gotta utilize them, man. You can't give Patrick Mahomes a bunch of opportunities to score. So you're just not gonna win. I learned that firsthand of a couple of seasons ago. I mean, well, the season before last, I remember. As I'm a Lions fan, I remember we almost beat the Chiefs. We were shooting at we got in a shootout with them. Stafford and Patrick Mahomes were kind of going Glock for Glock, but and we kind of scored like a field goal. So I think we're up by like 4. I think we scored we were up like 2. I think we scored like a field goal to get us up by 2, but we gave them like 2.5 minutes, and they went down the field and scored on us and won the game. So you just can't give Patrick Mahomes opportunities, man. You just gotta run the ball, and, especially with Brady. Brady's not gonna be able to win the game, win the game like he did, playing like he did last game, giving up 3 interceptions like that. That's bound. You're gonna lose, man, if that happens, because Patrick Mahomes, he's not gonna give up too many opportunities. It's just not gonna happen. I gotta look at to me, the Tampa Bay defense. They gotta make some plays like they did last game in order for them to win. They have to. That's just a must. That great linebacking core, they got to show up. Carlton Davis, he's got to do his thing, and they have to. And those safeties, they're a little weak at safety, but the safeties that they got to hold up, But then take away Tyreek Hill up top, and somehow you got to be able to control Travis Kelce a little bit in order to win. But it's going to be tough. I just think Chiefs they have a little too much offensive firepower for them. For the Bucs a little bit, and I think they're just gonna squeeze it out. But I think it's gonna be a close game. I can see the Bucs winning as well. I just got the Chiefs.
Yeah, J-Mac, you got anything on that?
I like what everybody just said, man. You definitely don't want to go and shoot out. Here's my thing about you was asking about Mahomes. And what the Browns did, and Lee, I think you got a good be optimistic about the Browns, because if they would have ran the ball more, they probably could have beat them.
Oh my God!
But because I always liked Nick Chubb, even when he was at Georgia. But the thing about Mahomes, he's a rhythm superstar. If you keep him off the field. Like when he doesn't play that well in the beginning, he's 3 and out. When you get him off, when you keep him off the field, you got a shot. But as soon as he strikes, hits hard, hits fast, and he's in a rhythm, and then that defense gives him a 3 and out, and he's back on the field, and then he's back on the field, you got no shot. You have no shot, because now he's in a rhythm, and the mistakes he was making in the beginning of the games and early in the games, when he's in his rhythm and is in his zone, with all that speed out there, and Kelce not even being the fastest guy out there, but fast enough to blow right past the second round of that defense. No linebackers can keep up with him. You know what, Tyreek Hill, the pressure he's putting on the defense. Watkins is going to play. Then you got the backfield. Because what I think is going to happen, I believe that Mahomes will get pressured by Tampa Bay because they do have a great front. But just because they get pressured, I would use that pressure to their disadvantage, to the Bucs' disadvantage. I would invite them in and kill them with the screen game, the wide receiver screens. Kansas City's offense is crafty enough to just invite you and try to trick you. And next thing you know, they gone.
Yeah, I want to, kind of pivot because we got to talk about this battle of the quarterbacks. Obviously, they're not playing directly against each other, but Mahomes and Brady. And I was having a thought earlier, and I want to get everybody's thoughts on this. With Kansas City missing both of their starting tackles, it would not shock me if the Chiefs try to move the pocket more, get Mahomes with his athleticism, get him on the roll more, get some more boots, give him some more options outside of the pocket, because again, I don't think you want him to be a standing target, just sitting in the pocket the entire game with your 2 starting tackles out. I just want to get y'all thoughts on that.
You said, what do you think the Chiefs are going to do with the tackles being out?
Well, just with both tackles being out, that you're going to have to move the pocket. You're going to have to roll Mahomes out. You're going to have to get him outside a little bit more because you don't want him to be a standing target back there with the 2 starting tackles out.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're gonna have to do that. Especially with Jason Pierre-Paul been playing. He's been playing well off the edge. As of recent, you have to get him. You have to roll him out. And, I think Mahomes is very capable of that. But those are big losses, especially not having I think Eric Fisher's out too.
Fisher and Schwartz are out. Yeah.
Yeah, Swisher. Yeah, those are 2 very great. They play tackle or guard.
Tackle.
Oh yeah. Those are 2 great tackles. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. So you definitely got to get Mahomes out and rolling and getting the ball out quick. So yeah, I think they're definitely gonna have to do that because especially how well those especially Jason Pierre-Paul been playing off the edge recently. So
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Yeah, and then if you're Brady, I think if you're the Bucks, obviously you don't want Brady to have to go out and win the game for you from the first quarter to the fourth quarter because I don't think he's capable of that at this point. And if you look at the last 2 playoff games, he's been okay, but he hasn't been obviously what people expect from Brady. So they're expecting to go out and all of a sudden, be Superman. I just think it's asking too much of him. What are y'all's expectations for Brady on Sunday?
It ain't asking too much for number one. Brady's not the type of quarterback he's going to accept sympathy because he didn't play well or if something happens where he looks bad. He's expected to win. And the thing with Brady is Brady gains confidence based on what the other quarterback is doing,
right, and
the other team is doing. If if Kansas City is driving the ball and they're kicking field goals, Brady is going to have a shot to beat you at the end of that game. Right. Now, those last 2 playoff games, Brady has not, looked well the whole game, but he made some throws in these playoffs late in games that actually saved the Bucks. And they have a good enough receiving core, talented enough to be able to adjust to passes that don't necessarily, be favorable for them. They can win some of those jump ball matchups. They got somebody that can take the ball, stretch the field in Mike Evans. AB, he's not going to use an injury as an excuse. He's one of those TO type players. He's going to go out there and give you 100%. And if you throw the ball near him, I'll bet on him catching that ball. So Brady, as long as he has time, that's what it is with him. If he doesn't get happy feet, I believe he can perform well enough to get the job done. I don't think he will, but I think he is capable. I'm going to give him his respect. He got 6 chips, and he's still doing what a lot of people consider him to not be able to do no more. But I am kind of with Lee. It's kind of amazing. Tom Brady, the first ever quarterback to get to play in the Super Bowl in his own home. In his own home.
I'm telling you, man.
Couch, everything. Wine, models. I mean, come on, man.
J Mac, I'm telling you, man, if the Vikings would have done this 3 seasons ago, okay, cool, you got me. No complaint here. No problem. But for it to be Tom Brady out of all people, man, this is such a setup.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what I thought? I thought last year it was going to be the Chiefs and the Packers for the Super Bowl, and I was saying to myself, that's going to be a setup too. But this is so blatant. This is so blatant. I think this is probably the most blatant narrative in the history of the NFL. It's even worse than when the Steelers beat the Seahawks in that Super Bowl. Don't get me started on that. Man, don't get me started on that.
Yes.
Seahawks were robbed. So, man, like I said earlier, not the league is not rigged every year, but certain years they have their hand in the cookie jar. This is one of those years. That's why I said I want the Chiefs to win, but I don't think they have a fair chance just because of the NFL itself. I hope I'm wrong, but I doubt it.
Hey, we got welcome in Lewis. Lewis, what's going on, bro?
What's happening?
What's happening, man?
Hey, welcome to the panel. We're just talking about the battle of the quarterbacks, Mahomes and Brady. So just want to get your thoughts on battle of the quarterbacks. You see an advantage one way or the other, or just give us your thoughts on that.
Hey, I'm kind of siding with the brother that just got done talking. I mean, I kind of feel like the fix is in, you know, but same thing in boxing, same thing in baseball. I was watching a documentary yesterday on when Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa was in the home run race. You know, I mean, it happens in all of the sports. And I agree again, probably don't happen every year, but you got to look at the dynamics. Brady's won 6 Super Bowls. He got to prove he can do it without Belichick. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be close. But I think Brady going to get a 6-piece of a 7-piece of hardware.
Yeah, man. And the worst thing about it is, my brother, the NFL doesn't even try to hide it anymore. They don't even try to hide it. They don't even try. It's like, man. And
Why hide?
yeah,
right. It's definitely a clear finesse, but
it's such a finesse. Oh yeah, let me. The one thing I missed the Super Bowl when I mentioned earlier in terms of just blatant fixes. The Super Bowl between the Panthers and the Broncos. Now you want to talk about a rigged Super Bowl? Oh my gosh, that was rigged too. That was rigged too. That was rigged too. I think this is going to be even more blatant.
I hope
I don't know. I kind of hope Mahomes, Kansas City don't take that bag. I hope they just come out there and beat the hell out of them.
I don't know.
You know, because I think with that offense Kansas City got, I need to see them put up 50.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be quite as blatantly because the Broncos versus Panthers. I mean, it was very blatant because it was clear that they wanted to pay man. Payman was retiring that year, and they wanted.
Oh my god! And he was terrible that year.
I mean, yeah, he was horrible. I mean, he was horrible in that Super Bowl. But but in this case, you know, they got a new guy. You know, he's gonna be he's already pretty much the face of the NFL. So I don't think it's gonna be quite as blatant, but. You may see some fixes, but that Panthers Broncos, man, that was
oh my god.
Oh.
I remember what did it was that first drive. It was I think it was like a second down where Jericho Cotchery clearly caught a 25-yard slant for first down. It was a clear catch. Then I think the Broncos reviewed it. No, it was called incomplete. Panthers threw a challenge flag. Like, no, this is a catch. Everybody and Stevie Wonder saw, wait, that's a catch. The ball never hit the ground. They called incomplete. The very next play, fumble for a touchdown. I knew the fix was in after that. I knew it. Panthers had no chance. Panthers had no chance after that.
I'll tell you, Lee, and I'm really hopeful. I'm really hopeful that the fix is not in only because Brady has said he's coming back next year.
That's the only way. That's all I can see.
That's the only reason why I'm hoping it's not a fix. But if the fix is in, I might throw my TV.
I'm serious, man.
I mean, I just think it's a less possibility of being a fix because just because Brady's come back next year and that Patrick Mahomes, he's the face of the league right now. So
you know what? That's a good point, Sean. And PA. If the fix isn't in this year, it's because of those reasons, and that makes sense. I didn't even think about that because Tom Brady is a 99.9% chance he's coming back next year. So you know what? I'm a little bit more hopeful now. But if this were his last year, oh gosh, Chiefs would have no chance.
But I also think that the league would be doing a disservice if they did that because Mahomes is a clear superstar capable of taking over being the face of the league for years to come. And it would be sad. It'd be real shameful if he wasn't allowed that opportunity fair and square.
And you know,
it's balling.
And you know, it's interesting, J Mac, Willie Roaf, who Hall of Fame left tackle who played for the Saints and for the Chiefs, he came out earlier and made a statement and said the Chiefs are actually America's team now, not the Cowboys. He said because they're so easy to root for because, you know, those guys are homegrown, they're a Midwest team, hardworking, they're all likable, like they're America's team now. So if that's the case, I need America's team to get the benefit of the doubt on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like the Cowboys used to get back in the day.
And I just hope it's a situation where it's not a crucial third down play and someone like Chris Jones or Frank Clark just lightly shoves Tom Brady to the ground. They call that pass interference. I see it. I see it. I can see
You
it.
brothers do understand why the Bucks are gonna win. I don't really think y'all touched on why the Bucks are gonna win. Every point that y'all making a valid, but I really don't think y'all really understand why the Bucks are gonna win.
It's good.
First time in history,
Uh-huh.
a team has hosted the Super Bowl on their home field, and they're in it. Brady, 6 rings. He got to prove he can do it without Belichick. They brought Gronk back. Brady's first year in Tampa, he takes his team to the Super Bowl. All right, it's a clean sweep. Y'all trying to ice skate uphill. The fix is in. It's over. All right. What Vince Carter said when he won the slam dunk contest? It's over. It's over.
The only chance, in my honest opinion, of the Chiefs winning, if Patrick Mahomes boy and Tyreek Hill just play unearthly, then maybe they have a chance. That's the only way. That's the only way they can beat the fix. Because I agree with you. I think, like I said earlier, the league isn't rigged every year, but certain years it is. And this is one of those years. It just makes me sick, man.
Oh God, I hope not.
It makes me sick. I've never been. You would think, because of these teams and how great these teams are, that man, I can't wait to see this game. I've not had that. Of course, I'm going to watch, but I haven't had that real anticipation to watch this year like the years past, because it just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't. Like last year, it was just okay. The 49ers have a legitimate chance to win, and so does the Chiefs. That was clean. Man, this ain't clean, man. It ain't.
Let me ask you a question. What do you say about Lamar Jackson and how the Ravens just was going wild, beating everybody? And then once the playoffs rolled around, it just started falling apart.
I'm glad you said that.
It wasn't this year.
I'm glad you said that. And CA3 and I have been huge Lamar Jackson supporters. But we're not blind. We know he has
flaws in his game, but
he has flaws.
Yeah,
he still has arm talent. Let's not make it seem as if he's Tim Tebow. Okay. The problem is when Hollywood Brown, when Hollywood Brown's your best receiver,
it's a problem, right?
It's the problem, because here's the thing: Hollywood Brown's not a bad player, but he's a gadget. He's a gadget receiver, meaning he has to be schemed open. Okay, when I was on one of our other brothers' channels, FYF Sports, Lamont, shout out to you.
Salute, Lamont, FYF.
Yes, sir. It was a particular Sunday. It was like Sunday evening, and one of the other brothers was talking about how Lamar Jackson is not very good because he can't throw he can't give Hollywood Brown the ball. That's why Hollywood Brown's frustrated. And look, out of 32 teams, I gave him a list of the top 4 wide receivers on all 32 teams. Hollywood Brown would be a starter on maybe 2 of them. Maybe. And I'm just being nice. When that's your number 1 wide receiver, you're gonna struggle. Yep. So that's why when they play better teams, brother, the Ravens struggle. It's not because they don't respect Lamar Jackson's arm or legs, but this is what they do. One, they already know what plays are going to be called due to the formation. So they're going to blitz, especially when it's run plays, they're going to blitz both tight ends. They're going to blitz the fullback, and then they're going to have either a linebacker or a safety just spy Lamar Jackson. And they do that because they, outside of Mark Andrews, they have no respect for their receivers. None. So they can just play man coverage like you're not going anywhere. You don't have any wiggle room. You don't have good technique. You don't have the speed. You don't have quickness. You don't have the acceleration, and you don't have the ability to get open. So if I'm the Ravens, this is what I'm doing. The first thing I'm doing before I do anything else in the offseason, I'm either going after Allen Robinson or Kenny Galladay immediately. That's the first thing. 6'3", 6'4" wide receivers who are great, especially Allen Robinson.
Yeah, I would go for Allen Robinson first, though, because I think
I would too.
Allen Robinson gives more separation. Like, I love Kenny Galladay. He's on my favorite. He was on my favorite team for a few years. But he gets no separation, bro. He does none.
See, Lee, if they aren't clipping coupons right now to save the franchise some money so they can back up the Brinks truck to get Allen Robinson, I'm slapping everybody in Baltimore.
Man, listen. I mentioned Kenny Galladay as a backup. He gets a little bit of separation, but not as much as we would like. But here's
the thing: Allen Robinson makes average to below average quarterbacks look better than they do. He's done it his entire career. Blake Bortles can't throw a football within the city limits without Allen Robinson.
He can't. That's the first thing I would do. Kenny Galladay would be option 2 if I can't get Allen Robinson.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay is a good option too.
Good, yes. Then in the draft, and then I promise I won't say anything else.
No, you good.
In the draft, there's a wide receiver that's not getting a lot of publicity, but he is fantastic. He's a taller version of Allen Robinson. He's 6'4", and he's from LSU. Terrence Marshall Jr. He is going to be a mid to late first round pick.
Yep.
If he falls to the Ravens, I'm going to slap everybody in Baltimore that does not draft him. It's like you cannot pass up on a talent like that. If it wasn't for Jamar Chase, he's a top 5. He's probably the first or second. Okay, he's the second wide receiver off the board. If it wasn't for Jamar Chase, but those are the 2 things I'm doing if I'm Baltimore. First 2 things.
Yeah.
He's right about Hollywood Brown. I keep him on my fantasy every year. Hoping. Exactly. Yeah. How many times we didn't talk about it. I've just come to the realization. You're right. He's not a number 1 receiver.
Yeah. He's number 3, man.
He's a decent number 2 compared to a lot of other receivers out there. He's a decent number 2. Yeah. I just won't bet on him to win me some ball games.
No, you can't. And as we were talking about skill position, obviously we just spent some time on Hollywood Brown, which I wasn't expecting, but that's cool. Whatever. We got to talk about the better skill positions, KC or Tampa.
I would say. Oh no, I'll go last.
Go ahead. Anybody?
Okay, sorry about that. The more dynamic is Kansas City because of Tyreek Hill and McCall Harmon and their speed. So Kansas City, they have more speed when it comes to the skill position. But in terms of just more natural, one-on-one talent, I would give that advantage to Tampa Bay just because they have 4 wide receivers who can be all pros.
And running backs and tight ends?
With the running back, as good as Le'Veon Bell is, at this stage, just because of how Kansas City runs his offense, and Le'Veon Bell, he's a fit, but it's not the Le'Veon Bell of 3-4 years ago. So I'll give that advantage to Tampa Bay for the running backs, and then a tight end. In terms of tight ends, not tight end, Kansas City. Tight ends, Tampa Bay.
I think Tampa Bay's more. Skilled. I think Tampa Bay's more skilled.
I think. My bad.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah. What I was saying was you brought up Le'Veon Bell. I think Le'Veon Bell, he's like the 3rd best running back on that team right now, man. The Darrell Williams and Clyde Edwards-Helaire are better than me right now. It's just.
I think Fournette's better. Right now he's playing better football as running backs. Kelsey obviously is the best tight end, but it's not just Tampa Bay's their receivers are versatile. They have every type of receiver that you want to have on your team as individual players. You know, you got one that can go and just go deep. Mike Evans. He's not really good at adjusting the ball, but he will stretch the defense, put pressure on the defense. You have an all-around, just dynamic wide receiver in Antonio Brown. He can stretch the defense, and he's a great route runner. You got Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin is another guy. He can stretch the defense as well, but he can actually get you those 8 to 12, 15-yard plays. You know, so Tampa Bay really look roster-wise on paper. Tampa Bay, you can make a case they have a better roster than Kansas City. In my opinion, in the stats say it.
Didn't they lose to Kansas City once in the regular season?
Yeah, they got whooped.
Yeah. Well, the score was closer than the game actually indicated, but yeah, they got beat down pretty much.
Tyreek Hill went crazy on him.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill had 200 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah, he went.
I mean, he just killed Carlton Davis, man. That wasn't even funny, man.
Yeah, he that man should have been arrested for assault because it was so bad what he was doing to him. And then they kept playing man coverage, and I just kept saying, that's 6, right? Every time you do that, you're gonna score. It really should have been 28-0 because they ran some silly play in the first quarter when they were in the goal line. They had to kick a field goal.
Oh,
yeah. Then the second time, Patrick Mahomes got sacked and he fumbled in the goal line. So that, and then McCall Harmon probably had the easiest touchdown in his life, and it probably would have been 90 yards, but he dropped it, and he was wide open. No one was 10 yards near him.
I think that game was a setup.
Yeah, SB, you got to come in the chat, man. You got to come in the panel, man. We got to hear your Tom Brady tape.
Yeah, man.
SB, your favorite quarterback's Mitchell Trubisky. I don't want to hear it.
Oh man!
Oh, man. You heard what the Bears doing today, right? You heard the Bears doing today. You heard they're trying to get Carson Wentz, bro. You heard that's what they are. They're trying
the Bears?
The Bears are so bad. They trying to bring Jim McMahon back. That's how bad they are. They don't.
But like it's actually been released that they're trying to get Carson Wentz, man.
Oh my God.
That's cool. Let him go. And Philly will get Deshaun Watson. He'll be fine.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Hey, speaking of Deshaun Watson, I know my Browns. I know the Browns won't do this, but if they find a way to get Deshaun Watson, I will run around in nothing but my drawers outside in the snow, barefoot. I swear to goodness, if they somehow find a way to get Deshaun Watson, bruh, they would be the only team that has a legitimate chance against the Chiefs next year. The only team, because I've been trying to tell people this, because for whatever reason, Cleveland acts as if Baker Mayfield is elite. I said, look, he's a slightly more enhanced and maybe a slightly more talented version of Kirk Cousins, who has more commercials. That's it. He's a game manager. That's all he is. But people make it seem as if this dude is Patrick Mahomes. And I saw a comment that said, if you give Baker Mayfield Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, he'll be even better than Patrick Mahomes. Like, dude, he had Odell and he called him to miss the season. He told his ACL.
Baker Mayfield is Case Keenum with a better arm.
That's it.
That's a perfect analogy right there, man.
He's just Case Keenum with a better arm.
That's a better analogy than what I had. I thought mine was pretty good.
Perfect analogy.
Oh my gosh.
That's all.
But I agree with you guys though. When it comes, I think the Tampa Bay they just have they're all around more skilled team, but just on defense and on offense. But it's just Patrick Mahomes is so dynamic, with just Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce that he can just destroy you just based off of those three guys, just based off of those three guys alone. So, but when you look at the Bucs, man, they have everything. When you look at they got 5 very, very good to solid receivers. You got like you guys say, you got Mike Evans who's gonna kill you down the field. You got Chris Godwin who can who's a good mid level route runner. You know, he can kill you with those medium routes, and he can beat you deep sometimes. Then you got Antonio Brown who can do everything. You know what he can do, and then you got Scotty Miller. When he's in the game, he's bound for a home run play every time he's in the game. And then you got Tyler Johnson, who we know who's a really good, sure-handed young receiver.
He should be playing more.
Yeah, he should be, but it's just those three guys are so good. It's hard to play all those guys. So
That dude never drops a ball.
he doesn't, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, but that dude was ridiculous at Minnesota too. I don't know how he fell to the 5th round.
Right.
That should be a crime. That should be a crime, by the way.
Hey,
Else to be looking at.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about these coaching matchups in a little bit. But I want to ask about these skill position guys. So when you watch Kansas City and you watch Tampa Bay, of those two skill positions, which skill position group do you feel like is put in the best positions to make plays constantly? Because I don't think it's even close. Like the way Andy Reid designs and Eric Bieniemy design a lot of their plays, they just find interesting ways to get those guys the football. Really seem like in wide open space constantly, where Tampa's offense is very vanilla, is very basic. It's a lot of what New England ran, because people think they run the same offense from last year. They're not. It's a lot of New England stuff.
Right.
When I watch Kansas City offense, I just feel like those skill position guys get the ball just in such creative ways. That's what makes them so dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not. That's why. That's why at the beginning of the season for Tampa Bay, they were so up and down because they couldn't figure it out on the offense. He's like, well, I got all these weapons. Tom Brady's like, oh well, damn, y'all done gave me all of this. I'm like, man, what am I supposed to do with it? And they haven't been really consistent in figuring that out. But they've had some injuries too, though. AB's been out. I think if AB would have been there from the start of the season, flowing with them the whole year, I think they would have developed a natural pecking order on that offense. But Fournette, like I said, look, Fournette, when he got there, it took him a minute to adjust, but he's playing some real good football right now.
Right.
So this depends on the game plan. I think Andy Reid definitely is going to have Mahomes in the better position to win. But man, you never bet against Brady, man. You just don't, man. And that's just that's as simple as I can put it, man. Just never bet against Brady. You got to be locked in at all times, man, because whether we call it luck, we call it fix, we call it whatever, it's the same thing they said like about LeBron. At the end of the day, he's in the big game, point blank period. And in some kind of way, shape, or form, he's going to have his hands either in losing or they're going to say he won, even if he's not the best player on the field. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Speaking of Brady, we got the biggest Brady fan I know. TV is in the building. What's up, Drew?
What up, Sean, man? What up, everybody?
What's up, Drew?
What up, C3, man?
Hey, I heard the Patriots are they're trying to I heard the Patriots are trying to trade for Mitchell Trubisky.
Hey, that's out of pocket right there. I wish I would be able to do that shit, man. I'll be hot.
That's out of
I'll
pocket.
be hot. I don't know what Bill, man. Bill is they about to like with Bill, he don't show his hand, man. He don't show his hand a lot. So I don't know what I mean. We got Page got to build that offense, but I don't know what he got in store.
Hey, Drew, I gotta get your thoughts on Brady. I mean, obviously, you as a longtime Patriots fan know Brady better than all of us, maybe. What are you expecting from him? Coming Sunday in the game.
I think the main thing he's gonna do is, what he's been successful his whole career, try to control the pace of the game. Don't try to turn the ball over and don't try to force anything. Pick your pots, pick the spots, don't, just let it flow, you know what I mean? Because that's really going to be the deciding factor of the game, who's going to turn the ball over the less, you know what I mean? because whoever can get to the quarterback. So that's going to be the thing. Whoever going to get the most pressure, that's the team who's going to win, in my opinion.
Yeah, and SB asked the interesting question. He said, which quarterback, Brady or Mahomes, can't afford to have a bad game on Sunday? For me, it's Brady. Brady cannot have a bad game. He cannot do what he did against Green Bay and they win.
Oh, yeah, he can't do that. They lose.
It's neither one of them, bro. It's neither one of them. If Mahomes,
that's true, too.
If this game is close and Mahomes goes out there and is not playing so well in the second half and they have like a good, comfortable lead and Brady just walked them down, they're scoring field goals or 3 and outs and Brady scoring touchdowns on his way coming back, you cannot afford to have a bad game against Brady. You're going to bail him out every single time. You're going to bail him out. Mahomes can't have a bad game. I'm sorry. He can't.
You know, Brady's a second half quarterback. He's masterful with the rope-a-dope. And I think Kansas City and my homeboy are gonna come out of there gunning, and they're gonna come out of there just like running and have all kind of energy, and they're gonna probably run the score up in the first half. And then Brady, in true Brady fashion, gonna walk them down in the second half, and they ain't gonna know where hit them.
Yeah, they gotta be careful of that, man.
I'm trying to remember the last time I saw Mahomes just have a really bad game. Like, has he ever really had a bad game in his career? Probably the closest was maybe the Miami game this year.
That rate, he had some like subpar games. Like, I wouldn't say he played like super horrible.
Yeah, I've never seen him play like have a really just like a really bad game. I've never seen.
Yeah, like last year he was starting to play real. Like he picked it up in the second half, of course. Last year in the Super Bowl, he can't have a game like that. I don't feel though. Like last year, he can't start off like that. He gotta be like almost perfect. Gotta play so.
I agree with you, True the King. I was just thinking about all of his games. I think the worst game my homeboy had was maybe the first 3 quarters of the Super Bowl, and they still won by double digits.
And you know what? That's a good point, because I remember that game, and I thought the Chiefs' biggest mistake was they were trying to hit the big play way too much.
Yeah, they were.
And when they finally scaled it back and said, "Listen, this defense isn't going to let us hit the big play like we want to. Let's just scale it back and do the simple things." That's when they took over the game.
Yeah, but they weren't playing Brady, man. I'm telling you, man, everybody's seen this dude do this time in and time out. So you think that other sideline ain't seen it? That's why I think that it won't be the same. You can have confidence if you get behind and make some mistakes. I get that. I expect that because it's a Super Bowl. But, we're gonna see all kind of stuff. At least that's what we hope. But in terms of late in the game, you gotta execute. You gotta execute that thing to perfection as close as possible, man.
2 things. One, Andy Reid has so many things up his sleeve that the league has not even seen yet.
Yeah, but enemy too though. You got two, dude. You got 2 minds. Like
that's true. That's true.
He has at least 15. True, he has at least 15 to 25 of those plays, maybe even 15 to 31. And then 2, with all the deficits, the double-digit deficits that my homeboy faced last year, with the Texans, Bill O'Brien, don't get me started.
Oh yeah, that was.
And then with in the Super Bowl, and they came back and won all of them as if it was nothing. And I just think that the Chiefs, knowing that they have Patrick Mahomes, they really don't have any concerns. Because if you look at it, they almost Buffalo should have been up at least 14, 15 points. 14 is it should have been like 17 to nothing.
Yeah.
But he kept settling for field goals.
Yeah. They could run the football. That's what you can't run the football and you just, you know what I mean? That's what gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, for sure. I just think,
but Lee though, you can say the same thing with Tom. You can say anything with Tom Brady. We seen Tom Brady come back on like when he was like they thought it was over. He makes a big play and he comes back. He's a second half quarterback. So it's like we've seen Tom Brady do amazing comebacks in the past. In the Super Bowl.
That's true. That's true, but I've also seen him lose to Nick Foles too.
I mean,
I've-
but he still balled out.
I've not seen
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes lose to someone that's not even close to his level.
But still, I mean, but here's the thing. But Nick Foles, that was a great performance. Period. Out of what Nick Foles did, that was like all. I mean, hey, but Brady still balled out on that one though. They lost, but it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. When people say it's gonna be like a blowout, it's gonna be close. I mean, it's probably gonna be by less than 10 points. Whoever's gonna win the game. So like maybe 5 or 6, 7. I don't know, but it's gonna be a close game.
Let's think about it like this, right? This is probably the first time since Brady played in his first Super Bowl against the Rams and Kurt Warner and the greatest show on turf, that he's playing against a quarterback who's better than him.
That's true. That's a fact right there. That's true.
Nah, wait a second, because Jake Delhomme. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, we be trolling, bro.
Hey, yo. That's a good point. That's a good point too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I just feel like Brady's gonna have to be basically perfect for them to win the game. Like we've seen the Chiefs. Remember, I think about last year in the AFC Championship when they got down to Tennessee, it was like 21-0. Everybody was like, "Oh snap!" And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it was 35-21. Like it was nothing. I mean, they just I just feel like they're the one team they can get down, and it doesn't matter. I've seen Brady obviously come back, but a lot of things had to go for his way to come back, like Atlanta not running the ball in the second half.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
7 yards a carry, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey Sean.
Yep.
To piggyback off what you just said, 2 things. The first is when the Texans were up 24-0, which they should have went for it on 4th and 1 anyways.
Right.
24-0. I'm doing my paper, because I finished grad school. But I was doing my paper. I look up. I kid you not. I look up. It's 24-21. It's like what? It's like what the filth just happened. It's like y'all were just down 24-0, and then they just beat the brakes off them.
Yeah, they're a dangerous team, man.
And it wasn't as if this was like 2-3 quarters. Oh, this is in a quarter. Not even 15 minutes. A quarter. And then there's like 10 minutes, and then that 28-3 lead. I felt so bad for Julio because remember he made that spectacular unearthly sideline catch. And this is where bad coaching comes into play. It's the worst coaching I've ever seen in my life. Because remember, I think it was 28-20.
Mm-hmm.
All they had to do, even if they ran 3 times in a row and only got 3 yards, they kicked the field goal. Game is over. There's nothing the Patriots could do, and they just passed on all 3. Man, I feel bad for Julio Jones. I felt so bad for him.
Man, listen, man, I was out, man, with grinning chinning. Man, listen, man, I was hyped. I was like, wow. I was like, man, I was crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this though, true story, bro. I was praying the Falcons would win because I live in Atlanta. I'm like I'm damn afraid. I don't want to go to school tomorrow, bro. Just win the game, man. I don't want to go to school. And then I remember I went to a Falcons fan's house. That man was heartbroken, bro. Like,
yeah, that's
Did you break his TV?
Huh? No, he didn't break his TV, but he was. It still hurt him, man. It got to him, man.
Hey, I gotta tell y'all. So I used to be a longtime Buccaneers fan, and I live in Atlanta, and I would always go to the game when the Bucs would come to town. And the last time I went to the game, Falcons were up. They went up like 21-6, and I'm sitting in the section. I got my Buck stuff on, whatever, and they talking trash. And so the Bucs, Jameis goes down, gets a touchdown, cuts the lead, and they still talking. So I sit in the section real loud. And we forgot 28-3. You could have heard the pin drop in the section. You want to shut Falcon fans up? Just say 28-3. That's the key. 28-3. They will shut up.
You lucky you got out of there.
Nah.
You lucky you got out of there.
Hey, listen, what was they gonna do? Hey, listen, and I said to the guy, and one guy wanted to fight me. I said, listen, I wasn't on the field when y'all let them get back in the game. Don't get mad with me. I'm just telling the truth.
Hey, man, I was in the middle of work. Man, I got off work during the halftime. I was still like trying the game. I was like, man, we losing. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
it was like I was salty. I was getting text messages. Man, your team get your ass whooped and all that stuff, man. I was like, dang, man. I was. Next thing you know, man, I get home, watch it. Oh, we making that comeback. Like, okay,
Man.
The only way the Falcons could ever recover, they better draft a 6'6", 6'7" Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson clone all in one, and they better go 19-0. That's the only way they could ever recover. I don't think that quarterback exists yet.
Yeah, that was right there.
In like 5 years, when Justin Fields takes over as a starting quarterback and leaves them.
Man, look,
Bro,
I'd love the Browns to find a way to trade up for him, but
Bro.
you know the Browns aren't going to do it.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that. Yeah,
Falcons fans, they don't mind mediocre. As long as there's a good party going on and you don't shut them down all the way, they don't care. They'll forget all about it.
Oh,
Bro.
man.
And this is why I've always said this with y'all. I hate it when generational talents get drafted by bad organizations. I hate it. I know that's the nature of the beast.
You're talking,
But I hate it. Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, the Lions.
man.
And then Julio Jones, the Falcons. I hate it.
I mean, it'd be like, but sometimes it work. Sometimes it can work in your favor. Sometimes too, though. I mean, the cards got to be dealt right.
True King, can you imagine that year? And what was Calvin Johnson's rookie year? Oh, 2007. Can you imagine if the Patriots mysteriously got the #1 overall pick?
Come on, man. Come on, man. That wouldn't be fair, bro.
Bruh.
He'd still be in the league. He'd still be on the Patriots today.
Right. Bruh, Tom Brady would have 10 Super Bowl rings right now. Forget 6.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all may not know this. Y'all know the Falcons didn't actually want Julio Jones. You know who they were trying to trade up to get?
I forgot who. I know. Yeah, I forgot who.
They were trying to get AJ Green.
Yeah, I remember that.
They were really trying to get AJ Green because AJ Green was brought up. So they were trying to get
he was that dude when he first went in the league, though. He was that dude, bro.
Yeah,
but, I mean, you play with Andy Dalton, you ain't gonna be that dude for so long.
Yeah. He ain't been the same since that injury. He ain't been the same since that injury.
Once the injury was over, but he was a great player. He was. He
had a great 3-4 years, man.
But he wasn't Julio, man.
He wasn't Julio.
Like, man,
yeah. I mean,
like, I always think about that. Like, man, what if Calvin Johnson got drafted by the Patriots?
Man, hey, man.
So hold on. So Detroit still got his contract. So like he retired, they still got his contract.
He's not coming back.
Oh no, they won't even give him $1 million, bro.
No, I mean he's probably gonna get in the Hall of Fame tomorrow. Like,
I forget.
So
bro.
What is with the Lions always drafting generational talent, ruining them?
Listen, bro, it hurts, bro. Like just watching this, man. Like, and our fan base sucks, bro. Our fan base is horrible. Like we destroy our best talent. Like, man, like so we had Kelvin. We kind of just. I mean that was just on the organization. I mean we just did. I mean we wore him out to death. Like. And there'd be sometimes like I remember when Stafford had like a 5,000-yard season. And Calvin Johnson had one of the best years of his career. We've only won like 4 games that season, bro. Like just the team just sucked all around.
Isn't that year Calvin Johnson almost had 2,000 yards receiving? He had 1,900.
Who was on the other side? What did Williams on the other side?
Who?
They had Roy Williams for a while, but they traded him to Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, we got rid of Roy Williams. I think 2010 or 9.
Yeah,
Mr. Celebrate every time you get a first down.
Yeah, I mean it sucks, man. Like just like Calvin Johnson, that dude was a great player.
I don't think the Lions are weird teams. I don't know what
another great talent we wasted, and he just got traded. Maggie Stafford, we wasted that talent, bro.
And watch him ball out, and
our fan base destroyed him his whole career. He came to our organization, gave his all, played through injuries, and never complained, and we still destroyed that guy, man. It makes sense. And now they're gonna see what his true value when he goes to
y'all better hold Jared Goff. Hold it. So you ain't got no favorite Jared Goff at all?
No, bro. We're not doing it. No, we're not going to.
The Rams.
No,
the Rams
to be fair, Jared Goff is not elite, but he ain't no bum though.
No, bro.
They be
No, you know, true,
True
you don't understand, bro. True, you don't understand. Stafford was the only reason we were winning games.
I feel you. No, I feel you that Stafford is a better quarterback. I'm not debating that.
Sometimes we play great and we would still lose all the time.
True to King. The
You
day
know we had a chance to win any games, bro. That's what you don't understand. We had to have a great quarterback to even have a chance of winning games, bro.
I don't know, man. It made that Jared Goff. It may motivate him. You know what I mean? He
Hey.
was in L.A. Now in Detroit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
True to King. Two things. The day the Rams lost that Super Bowl to New England, and they played their butts off, and they made the Patriots look like bums for almost 4 quarters, and still couldn't win. Man, they should have dropped their quarterback immediately. Number one. And then number two, remember that story that conveniently leaked out a couple weeks before the Super Bowl? No, about a couple games before the Super Bowl, how Sean McVay is in Jared Goff's ear every second he can until like the last 14 seconds of the shot clock. Do you really think Coach Belichick was not using that to his advantage? He changed up his entire defensive scheme the second the clock hit 14.
Yeah,
The
that's
second
crazy.
that happened, I was like, man, bro, they got to drop the quarterback. They got to. They're over here. They wasted Todd Gurley's prime. They wasted Aaron. They're wasting Aaron Donald's prime right now as we speak. Thankfully, with Matthew Stafford, I think they're going to be serious contenders. But man, I don't know what the Rams saw in Jared Goff. Like, come on.
I mean, they was believing in him though. That's the thing though. They like they were. That's what I'm saying. They wasn't for real. They wasn't even keeping real with him though. Tell you the truth. That's why I was like.
To Jared Goff's defense, he was good during that Super Bowl year. After that Super Bowl game, he's been trash.
Like,
I mean, Jared Goff is a B+ quarterback.
Yeah,
You can win with
you can win with that. You can win with that.
You would have been with a B+ quarterback. You just got to make sure everything else around him is right. Yeah, because well, I'm gonna say
still win with that. Still win with that. Shoot, you can win with that.
You can still win with that. Like, you don't need a quarterback to win.
I mean, look, Ravens won with Joe Flacco, so.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Hey, yo, we gotta stop the Joe Flacco slander though, man.
Nah. Even worse, they won with Trent Dilfer, bro.
Trent Dilfer, bro.
All he had to do.
What's up? What up, y'all?
All he had to do was make a big play to Shannon Sharp each game. All he had to do was one play to Shannon Sharp.
All of us could have been quarterbacks for the Ravens that year, and I was 10 years old at the time. We still would.
All you gotta do is have one play for Shannon Sharp. One good.
Uncle Shay.
Go ahead, SB.
I'm sitting there watching this Bulls game, getting a headache and a heart attack because man, it's going crazy. But no, I know you was asking about my Tom Brady take. Now, man, he the GOAT, man. It's undeniable, man. Ain't nobody.
You know. SB, let me ask you a question because I'm just arguing with several people. In a sport where you only play on one side of the football, can you really have a GOAT?
Well, he's the GOAT at his position. He's the GOAT at his position.
I think he's the greatest winner at his position.
Oh, he was the greatest winner. Oh,
nah, come on, man. That's like
no. Think about it, SB. Think about it, SB.
He is though, but he's more than that.
If
you would start a team, there are quarterbacks who are more physically talented, more physically gifted than Tom Brady that you probably want before Tom Brady.
That's facts.
I think that's why.
I mean, Jay Cutler, hold on. Jay Cutler physically better than a lot of quarterbacks.
Well, he got a great arm, but he's an idiot.
Yeah,
exactly.
But Sean, for me, that's what pushed the needles and make him the GOAT because there was a lot of quarterbacks that had way more talent than him that couldn't get the job done like he did, and people who had more talent than him around him too. He's the only quarterback to win with the least amount of talent.
See, and again, I think that's a little bit of that media thing because again, it wasn't like he was playing with trash. Like,
right. He wasn't. Corey Dillon wasn't a bum.
Right.
Shout out to Corey Dillon, Troy Brown,
Yeah, like
Kevin Falk.
Those guys weren't trash. They just figured out guys that could fit their scheme, and they weren't gonna overpay those guys because that's just not the Patriot way, as True the King knows. But
that's facts.
At the end of the day, it's like, listen, you gotta have a lot of things to go your way to win Super Bowl. Adam Vinatieri if he ain't there, they don't win the first 3 Super Bowls.
Mhm.
If it ain't for the Tuck rule, they don't even get to that first Super Bowl.
Hey man, that was
Yeah.
a good call, man.
Hey,
That's a good call. Yeah, hey. It is what it is, man. But compare him to though, like line Tom Brady, you core up to all the greats, and I guarantee you, Tom Brady will probably be in that bottom half if you ask about people around him. Like you got to think about that. People done had Jerry Rice, Mahomes got Tariq Cohen, Travis Kelce, McCall Hardman. Who else? Kurt Warner. Who you had? Isaiah Bruce.
Troy Hope.
Torrey Holt too. Marshall Falk too behind him.
But Tom Brady did have Randy Moss and arguably the greatest tight end of all time. I mean, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, Gronk is to me.
To be fair.
Branch.
Yeah, and he always had a top 5, top 10 defense. So it wasn't like he was playing with just complete trash. Where it's like, oh man, they ain't
But Sean though, his third down completion percentage, right? When you make them big plays, that will separate him from a live quarterback. When you need that third down, I mean,
foul. What the? Oh my!
I ain't listen. True, I will never say Tom Brady's trash. I would never say that, and he's not because he's not trash. But what I will say is he is the greatest winner at the quarterback position of all time. But there are guys who were better quarterbacks who just didn't win.
Is we talking talent or career wise?
I mean, just talent and career.
Oh, talent, yeah, you got it.
Like
I mean, you can make a debate. You could. The thing about football, yeah, I agree. The thing about football gets tricky because, like, Dan Marino, you could even put Dan Marino in the conversation just because, like, he didn't have the right team. Like, he never had the same talent team as a Joe Montana or even Tom Brady or even a Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
So it's like it's people you can it's a handful of people you can put in that conversation as the GOAT quarterback. In my opinion.
Yeah, Sean, I got to disagree with you, Sean, because I think Brad Johnson's a better quarterback.
Oh my God!
you trolling tonight, huh? You trolling tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I agree to an extent, bro. But I will say this about Brady. True, right. That's why I gave him his props this year, especially in the playoffs, because the first playoffs game, who did they play? Washington. He made some key third down plays that if he don't make, they lose. He has been playing good football. And I will say this about your point about other quarterbacks being greater. Most of the best quarterbacks that we consider that we can give a case for being the greatest quarterback, they had good enough teams to at least win a Super Bowl. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't be that good in the first place. Most of these quarterbacks look, my favorite quarterback is number 18. But he underachieved. He should have beat Brady way more times than Brady beat him.
He did underachieve.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
When you beat Peyton Manning that many times, I can't just say it's luck, but I do think that he gets way more credit. But as far as being a solid quarterback who make all the right throws when it count, I just can't. I ain't gonna diminish him like that.
Yeah,
J-Mac, I would say to Peyton Manning's defense, with the exception of the year they won the Super Bowl for the first time with Indianapolis, when Bob Sanders was healthy, with the exception of that year, Bob Sanders was a problem. But he just could never stay healthy. But with the exception of that year when they won a Super Bowl, he never really had a good defense. I mean, the defense couldn't stop Tapwater. It couldn't stop me.
Right.
Well, I mean, Lee, their defense was built a certain way. You remember that defense was built to play with the lead. That's why they put so much emphasis on getting Freeney and Mathis and having Bob Sanders. That defense was built because they felt like our offense we're gonna be up in a lot of games. We know teams are gonna have to throw to get back in the game,
and we lose another game.
Hey, we're just gonna pass rush. We're gonna hit the quarterback because we know they're gonna have to throw to get back in the game. They were never going to build a great all-time defense in the Colts because all their resources went to the offense. I mean, when you play in 2 Hall of Fame receivers, you got a Pro Bowl tight end in Dallas Clark. They had Edgerrin James, then they went to Joseph Adai. Like, they put all their and then you paying number 18. Like, they were never going to build this great, wall defense.
Lee is right, though, bro. Lee is right. But I will say Peyton Manning was good enough to get his teams to those AFC championships. I mean NFC championship.
AFC.
I'm sorry. AFC championships, and he was in those games, and he blew some of them.
He did. I think
He's
because
my quarterback, man. No doubt about it. I'm taking him over every quarterback in the history of the game because I just liked him that much because he was a student of the game. He studied the game like he reminded me of like a LeBron type. You know,
oh, I like that analogy. I think with Peyton Manning, he was too smart for his own good at times. He was just too smart. Like, man, just make
call all your plays. Yeah, like, but when you have that much control calling all the plays, what's going to happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was just too smart.
Yeah. And it was crazy when you think about Manning, like especially going against the Patriots. Like they would design, like Bill Belichick and them would design plays, defenses where they would only rush 2 defensive linemen. They were literally dropping 9 guys in coverage. Like who's doing that?
Yeah, there you go. Because Bill don't blitz like that anyway, but he's the OD against them because he's the coach.
Yeah, it was like he was literally, and that was the thing that for me that made the Patriots dynasty what it was. They're going to take away one thing you like to do. You got to beat them another way, and if you can't do that, you're not beating.
Yeah.
My question is, fix my shit. I'm in the back. But my question is though, can the Buccaneers handle the Chiefs' run? You know, the Chiefs usually go on a run. They get it like every once in every game. Like, and if they down, then you know they'll catch back up. But if they up, they're gonna be up like 2-3 touchdowns. So can the Buccaneers defense handle the Chiefs' run? Because we know it's gonna happen. Like they're like the Warriors.
That's gonna be a big question. That's gonna be the big question.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers, they play better than what's on paper though.
Yeah.
They make plays when needs to be. So I mean, it's gonna be the question. I mean, the Bucs really got to control the pace of the game. That's what they really got to do. They got to run the ball. Tom Brady may not have like a 400-yard game. He may have maybe like a 200, maybe one something. But long as he don't turn the ball over and make them right plays, and they run the ball with Fournette
and Jones.
Wow, Jones.
Yeah,
they gonna win the game. They can run the ball effectively. It's gonna be a long night for the Chiefs, and they don't touch Tom Brady. It's gonna be a long night.
You know, we started out earlier talking about how this is how the fix is in and everything. I mean, yeah, jokingly, but hey, the Bucs got too many weapons that I honestly don't think that the Chiefs got to answer for. All they got to do is manage the game, manage the clock, and be a good game manager. I mean, I think it's in the bag because I really think at this point the Bucs are a better team because they're hungrier and they got more to prove than Kansas City.
Tom Brady, when Tom Brady's underdog like this, just look at the results. What happened when he's underdog? When he got suspended, that man won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? When he's on the corner, you back him in the corner. Hey, things happen.
Yeah, people forget how good Leonard Fournette is too.
You know why he's the GOAT?
Good point.
You know why he's the GOAT? For the same reason that Michael Jordan is the GOAT in basketball. It's undeniable. I'm not arguing nobody about Jordan being the GOAT in basketball.
Oh, you ain't gonna get no arguments over here. So Jordan the GOAT. Jordan the GOAT. Jordan the GOAT.
Man, listen.
I understand the analogy though. I understand the analogy though.
Jordan walking off the court, walking on the court. He just has. If he hears an interview or somebody says that something about him, he's coming with. I mean, it's blood in the freaking water. All right.
Man, I hate to see you on Lamont show. They be dissing Jordan, man. I'll be by myself, man.
Hey, listen, I've told y'all, Kareem and Jordan are equals. We gonna stop with this. Jordan is the GOAT.
Come on, hold on. Bill Russell not no equal.
Here you go with Bill Russell.
I'm just saying.
Let me tell y'all.
Just saying, man.
Give me Taco Fall. Give me Taco Fall over
Hey, True. I seen the picture. Hey, True. I seen the picture of. It said Bill Russell's stats. It was like 23 points, 51 rebounds. I said True's probably somewhere dancing, looking at this picture right now.
Hey, man, Bill Russell was the ultimate lead. Like he led the troops, man. Like you need somebody like that to win. Like it's you're not gonna like everybody's game gonna be different, but the same thing, you gotta be a great leader, man.
Hey, true, and true.
You can end that conversation. You can end that conversation like this right here. Jordan is the reason why there's so many doggone great Hall of Fame players in the NBA without a ring.
Yeah, you know what, Sean?
I mean, he
You know what,
dominates era. Listen, he dominates
Sean.
era. So that's a. I mean, you can't. That's
Hey, Sean. Hey,
Yeah.
Sean. Nobody wants to admit it. Jordan wasn't even the best player on this team. Bobby Hampton was the best player.
man.
Like, you trolling it. You trolling
Hey,
tonight.
Bobby Hampton was
Hey.
the best player of the Bulls, man.
Hey, somebody
Bobby
told
Hampton.
me.
Give me Stacey
Somebody-
Bobby
King.
who?
Bobby Hampton and Stacey King.
Oh man. Hey,
You gonna say Craig Hodges? Yeah.
somebody told me
No,
a long time
I'm
ago.
gonna say Brett Tucker next.
Oh,
But
Lord.
yeah, but hold up. But let's say
Hey,
so.
True, why you?
trolling. I'm
Hey, True, I
trolling.
got a question. You ain't from Boston, right?
No, I ain't from Boston.
Why you like all these Boston teams so much? You like the Patriots? You like the
He's
Celtics?
nowhere. He from
Hey,
Boston.
my dad. Listen, I gravitated to Boston because I like Paul Pierce, and my dad was a Laker fan. I didn't want to be a Laker fan. I didn't like Kobe. I guess gonna do the opposite. You're a Boston fan. You know what I mean?
No, okay. You
I
like the
mean-
Bruins too?
Hey, I'm
Nah, man, I
a,
like. Oh nah,
Hey,
man.
Hey, True. True, I got to tell you, and you know, I'm speaking for everybody here that was around in the '80s. You could not be black and be a Celtics fan in the '80s.
Hey, that's not necessarily true, man.
No,
One of my uncles a Boston fan, man. One of my uncles a Boston
Hey,
fan. So,
listen, I promise you that he was undercover. He ain't broadcast that.
no,
day.
I'm saying, he broadcasted it, man. In Maryland, listen. In Maryland, listen.
Oh,
My
Maryland.
dad,
Okay,
hold up.
Maryland.
My dad is a Laker fan, right? But he almost switched to a Celtics fan because of Len Bias. Len Bias came out of University of Maryland and got drafted to the Celtics. He was about to switch up.
Mhm.
So I mean, listen, man. I mean, hey, he was close, but when Len Bias passed away, he stayed a Laker fan.
yeah, man.
Sure, you don't got no kids, do you?
Nah, I don't got no kids.
Don't make them Boston fans. Let them make
Hey,
their own
hey,
decisions.
nah, they
Let them
gonna
make
be- And you gotta be. Hey, listen, man. They gonna be Boston fans, man. Listen,
Hey,
they gonna
Hey,
they gonna
my
they
way
gonna-
of the highway.
hey, to the King. Jeff Teague, MVP.
That's a lot, man. He gotta get
No,
traded.
True, you got to hold
Jeff-
that because
Jeff-
True, you was capping on Jeff Teague at the beginning of the season.
Nah,
You
you
like,
know that
we got
nah, I
Jeff
ain't gonna-
Teague. We good. I'm like,
Nah,
yo.
not especially though. Cause hold up though. Everybody thought that too though in that first game. We ain't gonna do that. He had like 19 points.
What do you
And
do
then,
since
like,
then?
Nothing. He
Yeah.
didn't do nothing at all. He didn't do nothing, man. He got get traded. He playing horrible though. Like he's shooting like 29% inside the 3-point line. Like it's bad. But he missed it. He like air ball and floaters. He can't dribble the ball no more. I'm like, yo, what's wrong? Like what's
True the King,
I'm
that
like,
because
Jeff Teague is always gonna be Jeff Teague.
True the King, you know I'm your Celtics brother too. That and he wears the ugliest numbers every team he goes on.
he got no choice, man. You know it's like 50 numbers retired from the Celtics. He
That
got no
man
choice.
that man a point guard wearing 55, bro.
Right.
He got no choice. All
I mean,
them
White
numbers
Chocolate
retired.
did it though. I think
Yeah, White Chocolate won 55. Yeah, shout out Jason Williams.
But the
White
ugliest
He's
number,
right.
the two ugliest numbers in the history of basketball is 00 and 99. I can't stand those numbers.
No,
I
double
can't-
zero ain't that bad. I think Melo made it cool. Double zero don't look that bad.
Those
Yeah, on the Western Roulette
And
table.
Aaron Gordon, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and then Robert Parrish. Shout out Robert Parrish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Robert Parrish out.
Chief.
Chief, the big chief.
Jay Crowder. Why did Jay Crowder always wear 99? That's such a terrible number.
Hey, man, stand out. I
Yeah,
guess.
nobody else has it.
Hey, I'm gonna say
Yes,
this about
yes.
MJ, man.
Who, Jay Crowder?
I mean,
About MJ. I ain't gonna argue about MJ being the GOAT for one reason, man. The dude told me a long time ago. He said he was talking to somebody. And he was like, "You know why Michael Jordan's the GOAT? Because people are dying over his shoes." Put that in perspective. It's 2021, and since George retired, people have died over his shoes.
Mm-hmm. And you know what they're gonna use against you, bro? They're gonna be like, he can't be the GOAT because he ain't out here saying nothing. You know, I'm like, bro, he can't protect everybody. I'm like, bro, he's not Superman, bro. He can't protect
hey,
everybody.
yo, that is.
No
I
other
mean, I
athlete-
was saying
you
too
don't hear
though.
about no other
He ain't
athlete.
saying what he said. He ain't saying that. Saying nothing about what? About what? Social issues or whatever.
What about him? People down over his shoes. That's it.
Man, give me Cliff Livingston any day of the week over Jordan.
Oh man.
Oh God! Shut the channel down.
But you also get Jordan that power too though.
Jordan's my GOAT. Jordan's my GOAT by a slim margin. You can be caught.
Hey,
But here's the thing, there's other thing too though. People feared him in this era though. That's what makes him like people legit like feared him in
I
this
mean,
era.
we just never seen anybody dominate the era like that. That's why he's my
Yeah.
GOAT.
Because LeBron dominated. I feel like LeBron just dominated his conference.
Going toe to toe, he'll tell you exactly what he's gonna do to you, and you could.
How in the world did we get on? How in the world did we start talking about Michael Jordan?
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
because people talking about Brady, and then
Go talk.
I mean,
No, but different. But here's the thing about Brady.
One time we were talking about we were just talking about social issues and investments a few months prior, and then somehow, some way, it ended up being MJ versus.
I forgot how that was though. I was.
That's how you know you the GOAT, bro. Anything that got GOAT related stuff, they always go bring it. That's how you know you know.
Bro, what in the world does a FICA score have to do with Michael Jordan?
Somebody, hey, yo, when somebody bought, I was kind of, I'm like, yo, come on, yo, like,
Bro, a Roth IRA has nothing to do with Michael Jordan.
yo, that was crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, Jordan and GOAT do rhyme together though.
But
Jordan and GOAT there do
Tom
rhyme.
Brady,
Man, so
but if Tom Brady wins the 7th ring, though, where does he rank up when it comes to the greatest athletes of all time? Because 7 Super Bowls is crazy.
well,
making it 10
but
times is crazy.
But here's the thing. And again, this is something I always ask, and I'm going to ask y'all to please explain it to me.
Okay.
Why do we take the ultimate team accomplishment
Thank
and
you.
make that the end all be all of why somebody's the best ever?
No, we say
I got you.
I'm saying he still contribute. I understand what you're saying, but he still contribute for that
That's
ring
the
though, off his
If
greatness.
that's the case,
Because
Bill Russell's the GOAT, and it's not even close.
Yeah,
right, but no, I can tell you why though. Because first thing, the most important thing is you play the game to win. You're not out there playing for fun. If it was a job playing for fun, people would just stat chase. And you play the game to win. That's the highest goal of coming. When you sign that contract, when you go to the league, they say, look, the highest goal we need to achieve is this Super Bowl.
Right.
Cool. So that's why you always got to put that team perspective in play,
And
because
he's
that's what you
43,
play
and he's
for.
43 years old too.
And
He's
then-
43 old playing this level. I mean,
You got to be like that. Then for Tom, him specifically, is that he playing the most important position on the field. No matter what you say, like the Bears had one of the best defenses in the world when they played against the Colts. They literally lost because Rex Grossman couldn't get the job done. They had to rely on Devin Hester to score on special teams for them to get points. Think about it. If Rex Grossman was at least above average, like he said, he had Peyton Manning fan. He know the Colts would have lost that Super Bowl. Be real about it. Like you playing the most important position on the field. So for you to accomplish something, I know it's like it's a team accomplishment, but you got to give this man credit at some point because he made the Super Bowl more than a lot of teams combined.
Hey,
He's
You got to give him credit at some point.
He's in a small
I
circle
give-
of greats. He's
Go
in a
ahead.
Small circle of greats. Look at Joe Montana, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning. All right, they stay their entire career on one team, and then at the end of their career they switch to a team. How many of them won a Super Bowl on their second team? Peyton Manning did.
Like Manning,
and he was a bum. He was a bum. He won his Super Bowl. He got carried.
that
Yeah,
arm
Manning
was
was
shot, but he was above average, so he got the job done.
Nah, he was not above average. I don't want to say that.
That's true. That's
They could have put me in that Super Bowl. They would have won. Devin could have put me in that Super Bowl. They would have won.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Right? It obviously Tom Brady's not what he was with the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
He's good enough. He's good enough, but he's not what he was with the Patriots. But is he going to be the difference in why Tampa wins on Sunday?
They're
I
gonna
think
He's
give
gonna
it
be
to
one
him
of them. He's gonna be one of them though.
regardless.
You got to manage the game because if you don't
Now,
manage the game, right,
he
it's over.
won't. I don't think he's gonna win Super Bowl MVP though. I don't think he's gonna win Super Bowl MVP.
If they
I think
win,
he's
he
gonna be
will.
somebody else.
If they
Yeah.
win, he will.
It
I'm
depends.
gonna
He had
tell
a
you why.
great
Sean.
game.
Unless he go 1 for 15, no touchdowns.
He didn't. Hold on. He didn't win
That's
Super Bowl
it.
MVP against the Rams. He didn't win Super Bowl MVP against the Rams.
Because it wasn't a big quarterback battle like
Yeah,
this. They need that for the
man.
ratings, bro. This is Mahomes versus Brady. Point blank period. Whoever win, they gonna get them the quarterback. That's why the Seahawks lost the Super Bowl because they were too busy trying to force the narrative of making Russell Wilson seem like he was better than them. And not give because they know Marshawn Lynch go Marshawn Lynch won the Super Bowl.
Thank you,
Hey
SB.
man, look, hey,
I think
they
it's two real
they
good
thought they
props.
thought they had the right. Hey, listen, they thought they had the right play. They just failed, man. Michael Buck made the greatest play of all time.
Come on, man.
But you gotta
Marshawn Lynch was like Derrick Henry around that time, bro.
Marshall Lynch was never Derrick Henry though. Marshall Lynch was great. He was great.
And around that time, he was.
I'm just saying,
He was great.
The impact he did.
He was great.
No
but ain't
matter,
Derrick
no
Henry,
matter.
though.
No, look, around that time, bro, no matter what you do, Marshawn Lynch gonna lease a game 3 yards or plus every time he touched that ball. You at the 1 yard line. There's no way they gonna stop him from getting through that 1 yard line.
Hey, well, you think? Well, hey, listen, it's a game of chess, though, man. Listen, it's a game of chess. It's like
they got him.
To piggyback off that, SB, if the Seahawks, because they just imploded after that, if they would have lost the game because Marshawn Lynch couldn't get 1 yard, they would be all right. We can live with that. We'll just run it back next year. But to see how quick that team imploded because of that one idiotic play.
It wasn't just that. But to be fair, it wasn't just that because the Patriots was down 2 touchdowns in that quarter. Nobody want to talk about that though.
Wait, well, hold on, True. Remember the game changed when Cliff Averill went out with the neck injury.
He sure did. And the second corner went out too. In the first quarter,
and the corner Lane went out, and when those two guys went out, that changed the entire game.
Yeah, we started picking on Byron Maxwell. He got
and they went after that the backup defensive end.
Maxwell, he went up there too. We went straight up that side.
Yeah, because they could scheme to double team Michael Bennett, and they went after that other guy who came. I can't even remember who it was because he was trash.
I forgot. Dude,
yeah, he was trash. That's what he was. He was garbage. The point is like that the game changed at that point. But and I always ask people, and I'm gonna ask you all, if you go back and you review the 9 Super Bowls that Tom Brady has played in, and you're looking at just his best individual performance in the Super Bowl against a certain team, what's his best individual performance in the Super Bowl?
His best individual
Atlanta?
No, his best individual performance was against the Eagles, and he lost.
And they lost.
And he goes, oh, you can do
like 500.
Oh,
Like
Eagles.
500 yards.
Eagles. They lost. They lost. And man, Brandon Cooks getting knocked out. That was crazy. I was like,
he threw a lot in the second half of that Atlanta game too. Now
he threw, but it wasn't. He was not good in the first half.
He threw over 500, but
he wasn't good in the first half. He was good in the second half, and he did enough in overtime. And James White,
I feel you.
But when you look at his individual performance in the Super Bowl,
easily Philadelphia.
You easily feel it against that second.
Yeah, it is.
Philly. And
Philly, Patriots couldn't get no stop. Philly was killing them. They had Nick Foles out here.
Philly was just a better team that year. They had the best team in football.
Nah, Nick Foles was in his bag that game. I didn't know who that was.
Nick Foles looked like he's like Joe Montana that game. They couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, man, they couldn't do no one.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Then Michael,
great play call.
I knew he was gonna do that. Brandon Cooks getting knocked out, Malcolm Butler getting benched. I'm like, yeah, it's about to be.
When they ran that Philly special, I said, yeah, it's a wrap.
It's over.
You know,
Tom Brady dropped the ball in the. I'm like, yeah.
Y'all know who originally ran that play, right? Y'all know who originally ran that Philly.
Then afterward they did that play, I'm like, yeah, it's over.
Y'all realize
they wilding. They going deep in their head. They're pulling out all the tricks. They like they disrespected them.
Hey, you only got one more game, and that's your last game of the season. You might well
y'all know
open the play, open the book, open the book.
You heard them. You heard when it was mic'd up. That was the worst I heard when it was mic'd up. Let's go for it. I'm like, come on, man.
Y'all know they saw that special from the Lions, right?
Lions don't get no credit for that.
They ran that play. They ran that play.
I got a question for the panel. Which coach is going to make those fourth down decisions to go?
Andy Reid.
Nah, y'all give Andy Reid too much credit though.
You know that Aaron Rodgers is gonna go for it?
No, y'all don't give Andy Reid enough credit.
Nah, man. But Andy Reid, man, shout out, man. Andy Reid getting too much credit.
Andy Reid is a genius. This man turned my.
But here's the thing, it ain't just him though. It ain't just him.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna tell you why Andy Reid is so good. He turned Michael Vick straight out of jail into having one of his best.
Michael Vick is good. Hold on, don't do that. Michael Vick was good. He made him get better, but Michael Vick was already good though. We can't do that.
Wait, hold on, True.
Then he had Alex Smith having the best QBR in the league for a couple years. Come on now.
A lot of quarterbacks good.
And plus, he never.
We got to keep it real about Michael Vick. Michael Vick, as good as he was as an athlete, was not a very consistent thrower of the football. And
That's true. I'll give you that.
when he got to Andy Reid and spent a year in that system and came out the next year, that's the best Michael Vick we've ever seen.
Yep.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Hey, Sean,
I'll
you know what
give
it
you that.
is? People get too caught up with video game Michael Vick from that Madden, and he was just OC on the game.
No,
People
my
didn't
point.
watch
No,
the
my
game.
point. No, my point was this though. It didn't take him. It didn't take him a lot of work to you know what I mean, to make Vic that too. That's what I'm saying. It didn't take.
Well, no,
Like,
I mean, he didn't make Vic the athlete, but Vic the quarterback was never better in his career than under Andy Reid.
That's, I'll give you that.
1 year, bro.
But he always had the arm. He never had that accuracy.
Hey, true. If you ever, it's true. If you ever want to doubt Andy Reid, like play calling the ability and all that,
No, I'm not doubting it.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying
I'm just
it's not
saying,
him.
No, you want to give him credit. Just look at the Bears quarterback and the play call they be making.
True.
Look at Nagy. Look at Nagy in Chicago.
You got to realize.
Oh yeah, true. Just so you know how great Andy Reid was. Rewatch that Monday night game that 1 year Michael Vick had against the Redskins. He destroyed that team with his arm and his leg. That was the best I've ever seen Michael Vick play in my life.
And you guys have to realize this too. Sometimes, especially as a coach, when you're an offensive coordinator, you call the plays based upon your personnel, y'all. When Andy Reid was in Philadelphia, especially his first 5-6 years, Donovan McNabb was an okay quarterback, but he didn't have any good receivers, really.
Yeah,
So he couldn't coach like this because he didn't have the talent. When he finally got the talent around him and built the team the way he saw fit, especially on the offensive end, you're seeing the true Andy Reid right now.
So let me ask y'all this, because I got it up on the screen. So if you're taking the head coaching matchup, Reid versus Arians, who y'all taking in that matchup?
Oh, I'm taking Andy Reid all day.
Reid.
That's not even debatable, man.
Okay, all right. So looking at Eric Bieniemy versus
Reid.
Todd Bowles, who you taking in that matchup?
Eric Bieniemy.
Eric B, man.
Hey, I'm going EB.
Eric B for president, man.
All right. And I did that on purpose. as you can tell. And then on the other side, Byron Leftwich against Steve Spagnuolo. Who you taking?
I'm taking Leftwich. I'm taking
That's
Leftwich
tough.
on this one.
Give me Leftwich.
Hey, wait a
I
second.
get Leftwich.
Wasn't Spagnuolo the Giants defensive coordinator that year? The Patriots.
Yes, he
Spags.
was.
I'm taking
Yes,
Spags.
Yes, he was.
I don't know on this one. This one was a toss up for me.
I got it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm be real. I don't know on this.
That's tough right there, though.
Yeah, that one. That might define the Super Bowl right here.
But here's the thing. But the thing is, the players still got to execute. Okay, you can call all they want to. You got to execute. Because Bill Belichick, he the greatest coach of all time, and he don't win all the time. So it's like you got to execute at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely. Absolutely got to execute. But I'm going to say this about Andy Reid, and then we're going to move on. Andy Reid is like Hannibal Smith from the A-Team. You give him a minute, he good. You give him an hour, he great. You give him 2 weeks, I ain't counting.
yeah, you're right. That's a great point right there. That's a great point.
Where
And
you know that from, man?
I got a curveball question.
Say that
I
again.
got a curveball question. It starts raining in the Super Bowl. What team is gonna play better in the rain?
Probably.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay because they could run the football.
Well, they haven't played in the rain this year. Crazy as it. They haven't
Nah,
played
Missouri. It be raining in Missouri though. It be raining in Missouri, so they can probably play in it too though.
the Buccaneers haven't played in the rain this year. The worst they played.
Yeah.
I know the rain during that.
In Green Bay, yeah, it was cold in them.
Did it rain during that Packers game?
No, it snowed. You know, it had like little snow flurries, but it wasn't nothing major.
I thought it rained when they played the Packers in Tampa Bay early on in the season.
No, that was clear.
Okay.
No, that was
Yeah,
clear.
they haven't
No.
played in the rain this year, but I would give the advantage to the Bucs if it started raining.
Yeah, I mean, I have to think so. I mean, obviously the team is based in the state where it rains. But all right, so I got to ask, who's everybody's X factor? Who's
Their
the
long
first-
snapper. All right, I'm done.
Uh,
I said the long snapper. But I was
Okay, I'll let y'all go first.
I think the tip. Both the teams pass rush. Whoever, like I said before, whoever gets you the quarterback,
Yeah.
that's gonna be the sign.
My X factor is Antoine Winfield Jr. He's got to do his thing, man. You got to take away Tyreek off the top, man. He got it. he got to take away Hardman, and he got to he's the best safety on that team. He got to take both of those guys, man. He got to take the way.
Good job right there, boy.
Yeah. For me, my X factor is gonna be for two dynamics. One for me for the Buccaneers side, it's just gonna be their defense. And like my defense, like the whole defense as a whole. Can you handle that Chiefs run when it comes? Because it's gonna come. It's gonna at least come in a 2-touchdown spurt, and it might come all in one quarter. How can y'all handle that? Is y'all, that's what I'm gonna be waiting on. How can y'all? I believe Brady's gonna be able to handle that because he's been through this already before. Like I think Brady told one of his players, like, "What you crying for?" When they made it to Super Bowl, like the job ain't done. So it's a lot of players. It's their first time, so they ain't gonna know how to act when they hit that when the adversity hits them. And then for the Chiefs, I'm going defensive end again, but I'm gonna literally say one player because he's their life, their energy. He like they Draymond Green. It's the Honey Badger. Because when they was down last time, he got on everybody yelling, and everybody they was finna dog him until they won because they was like, look at him being the little nooses on the sideline, but he really got his team routed up. Like, come on, this is what we have. We trying to win. We got to do what we got to do. So I'm gonna definitely say, like, if the Honey Badger get a couple good plays and get them going, then the Chief defense might be on one.
What about AB?
He may be the like he could be the secret weapon. He can change a lot of things in this game. If he gets going, it opens everything up.
AB could be scary this game, man. He really could.
Yeah.
He really could.
He can open a lot of things up, man. And you can, especially against the Bucs that can throw the ball and they can run. Man,
Tom Brady is the type of quarterback, and it's not going to get him the ball. Especially if he got it going, he gonna keep going to him.
Yeah, they're gonna feature him.
He gonna keep.
Hey, is it
funny?
funny?
I got it.
Go ahead. I got you.
I gotta say the X factor for me is gonna be the Bucs running game, and this is why I say that. Fournette coming from Jacksonville, when he got to Tampa, they was he wasn't getting a lot of time, he wasn't getting a lot of runs, he wasn't getting a lot of attention, and his game just kept stepping up. When they needed him the most, he's been proving himself, right? And then Gronk, man. Gronk ain't been Gronk back in like the Gronk we used to back in New England. But I think he's been there. He's been to the show with Brady before. He know what this feeling is. He know the moment. So I think he's gonna be a shocker and a surprise. And I think between Gronk and Fournette, they're gonna really be the heart and soul of the run and make some things happen on that field.
That's a great point, man. Gronk, man.
Gronk make a one big play. Gronk can make a big play. He can make a big play. Change the whole game.
Yeah, he's the one player that he ain't got to catch a ball all year long, but he'll get in that big game and catch 3 or 4 touchdowns in key moments.
Because he be blocking. The thing is, what's underrated about his game is he's key in the run game when he's blocking. And that's the reason why he stay on the field. Like he don't gotta catch the ball. He can sit there just block.
Hey, that's great. It's funny that you say that. Do you
catch them short passes across the middle too?
Yeah, he ain't.
Yeah, right.
Do you think the Chiefs probably know that? Like maybe let's try to make Tom Brady uncomfortable, and then maybe he gonna go to Gronk because we know he gonna rely on Gronk. He been here. Then maybe that probably might be in their game plan.
Can't stop him. He too big.
And them knowing that and them stopping that is two different things now.
That's true. That's true.
I'll tell you what I expect from the Chiefs defensively. They're gonna be bend but don't break. So from 20 to 20, they'll bend. But when they get inside that 20, watch put bracket coverage against Gronk. They're gonna have somebody underneath and they can tap on Gronk every single time in the red zone, and they're gonna use one-on-one out.
Right, but the thing about Gronk is how he's so unique as a player. He's like he got his hand on the dirt, so you don't know if he's gonna go for like run the route or he's going just to be in blocking.
Yeah,
so he's going to be disguised.
Yeah, and I agree with that. True. I just think like in particularly in key situations, because again, the Bucs offense is really vanilla. They run some motion. They don't do a lot of shifting things of that nature.
Yeah.
In certain situations who Brady wants to get the ball to. And I'm saying particularly on third down, if it's third and long or it's third and say 8 or 9 and they're in the red zone, he's looking for Gronk first and foremost. Yeah. That's who he's most comfortable with.
Yep.
So all right, so got to ask the ultimate question: who wins? What's the score? And who's the MVP? So, Lee, I'm gonna come to you first on that one.
Okay. I didn't get to say who my X factor was. So I'll just say that.
Okay,
real
go
quick.
ahead, go ahead.
My X factor is turnovers. Whoever causes the most turnovers will win. Whoever turns the ball over the least will win. That would be number one. Number two, in terms of who will win, I have the Orlando Magic. All right, seriously, I'm gonna stop trolling. Okay, I want the Chiefs to win. I want them to win, but because of what I mentioned earlier, if you guys weren't on the panel, check it out later. I have the Buccaneers winning. I have 31-28. I have a last-second field goal. I don't want it to be that way, but that's what I have.
That'd be nice.
You said 30 to what?
31-28.
31-28. And then who's the MVP?
The long snapper. No, seriously.
You trolling today.
Yeah. We all know about the narrative for Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. All right. Truth, coming to you.
I got the Bucks 33-27. Who's gonna be the MVP? That's
Jason Pierre-Paul.
That's a good one. But I mean, Leonard Fournette. Malcolm Leonard Fournette.
Lewis, coming to you.
I'm with my man. Slightly different. I think it's gonna be 30-26 Bucks, and I think Brady's gonna be the MVP.
CA3.
I have the Chiefs winning the game. I would say 34-30. I have Patrick Mahomes being the MVP.
SB.
Oh, it's gonna be a close game, battle of two great quarterbacks, but like once again, you cannot. I can't doubt that man, Tom Brady, man. Even if I see him, you just can't doubt that man. But only way I could say he lose, I got to see him lose. So I got the Buccaneers winning. Tom Brady getting his 7th Super Bowl. The score probably in the 30s. So I'll probably say like 35, maybe like 35, 32, somewhere around that range. It's gonna be close. And MVP gonna be Tom Brady.
J Mac.
Well, I can't bet against Brady, man. I can't bet against him. But I ain't betting no money. So I'm going Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City. Shit, 45-26. I don't know. I think they're gonna run them right out of their own field.
Yeah, people forget about that. They gonna be at home too, so they comfortable.
And the MVP is gonna be a toss up between Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes, man.
Yeah, that's one.
I got them whooping their ass, man. I don't see it, bro.
Yeah. Well, I hope that's the outcome. But I got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs 38-27. I just think they'll find a way to get a score in another way outside the offense, which is special teams or defense. And then the MVP will be Travis Kelce.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Travis Kelce. I think Travis Kelce gonna have 10 to 12 catches, probably 150 yards. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this, man, and I didn't say this. Todd Bowles is a good defensive coordinator, but he does not adjust.
That's
true. That played in Kansas City this year, they played in the best. They stayed in that cover two. They had 2 high safeties deep. 15, 20 yards deep every single formation. That ain't what the Buccaneers do. So it's going to be some big plays there for Kansas City if they're patient. So I just think they're gonna put up a lot of points, and I don't think Brady gonna be able to match them. I don't feel. I think he's gonna go out. He's gonna go out to fight, but they ain't gonna be able to match.
I can understand. I can understand why you're saying that, Sean. I'm literally sitting here watching some highlights of Kansas City against the Bills, and man, Mahomes was doing some. Hey, he was putting up some doggone crazy stuff, man. That scoop shuffle pass he did.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean,
He did that.
the dude,
and we're gonna see. And you like to your point, we're gonna see 5 or 6 things from the Chiefs in this game we ain't seen all season. And where in the world did that come from? That's just what they do.
Think? Right. They only lost 1 game this whole season. You think we really gonna see something we ain't seen all?
I think they lost 2.
They lost 3. They lost 2 or 3.
Yeah, they lost to the Raiders. They lost. Who else did they lose to? Raiders.
The Chargers the last game of the season, but they sat.
Chargers last game when they sat everybody. And
then the Dolphins lost them, right?
I think they beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, they beat the Dolphins.
It was close, but they beat them. Who was the third game?
It was only 2.
They beat
Vegas and
Dolphins.
It was Vegas and the
okay.
Vegas and the Rams.
Or it was the Chargers.
I mean Chargers. I'm sorry, Chargers.
Yeah, no problem.
That's crazy. Both of them teams not in the playoffs. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was like, but both of those teams, in particular the Raiders, had a good game plan. They pounded the rock with Josh Jacobs, and basically they took their shots when they got a chance. But they basically played ball control, and they put up a lot of points. And the Chiefs, the Chargers or the Chiefs just didn't have enough. But
Atlanta played them.
And those are rivalry games. Those are rivalry games too. At the same time.
Atlanta played them real tight this year. They were 17-14. That was late in the season. Maybe they had just took their foot off the gas or whatever. But they scored like hell in the playoffs, so I don't see that stopping.
It's the Bucks and the Chiefs play this year, right?
Yeah, they did. They played on week 11, week 12.
It was a close game.
No, the score was close, but it really wasn't a close game.
Yeah, they got their ass whooped.
They got it handed to them. And Tyreek Hill ran through them like hot Indian food. So it wasn't even a close game. Yeah. So,
They came
that Sean Sharp on the sideline.
I mean, he had 200 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah, that may be more. But that may be motivation, though, man. I don't know, man. I mean, they may look at that. Him on the sideline talking, we need a National Guard and all that. I'm like,
he was talking cash money. He
right. Tom Brady probably look at that every night. Tom Brady look at that every night.
Hey, he backed it up though. He literally
he was talking cash.
He did
money,
back it up.
Yeah. And again,
Tom Brady looked at that every night, every end of the film study. He's like, we need National Guard. All right.
Mm-hmm. And again, the thing is, they're not gonna shut Tyreek Hill out because what the Chiefs are gonna do, they're gonna move him around like they always do. They're gonna find unique ways for him to touch the football. So to get touches is just, can you limit the big plays? And I don't know if the Bucks defensively can limit enough of his big plays to win the game.
They better not try to cover him one-on-one either, like they did the first.
But the thing is, if they can get that Patrick Mahomes, that you can negate that. You know what I mean? They can put pressure on him. Then you know what I mean.
Good luck into him.
Yeah. So
But ain't they two? They right tackle. They 2 tackles that hurt, right? Aren't they?
Yeah, but his elusiveness though. His elusiveness is top notch, man. You can't touch him.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, listen, hey, you want rather him just to stay in the pocket, Scott Free.
That man fast with the ball. He different.
I mean, it's like, and they're gonna, and even if they got a game, they're gonna come out and they're gonna have a game plan to try to stop him early. The Chiefs, with their adjustments and the way they find a way to get their playmakers involved at some point in the game, not gonna shut them out.
Charles Alexander said Tampa Bay's defensive weapon is Brady having Mahomes on the bench. That's right. You keep Mahomes on the sideline, he can't get a rhythm. You got a shot.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
like
a good point.
somebody said earlier. I think Lewis said. He said as long as they manage the game, if you manage the game, keep Mahomes at bay and don't let them get a rhythm, then they got a hell of a shot to beat them.
Yeah, keep Tyreek Hill on the side. Keep them dudes on the sideline.
Right.
Yeah,
Run that clock out.
Yeah, it's
And Tom Brady the master of that. He's the game manager master. Like he knows, like he can do that. So that's why I'm saying I don't know if he's gonna win MVP because I don't think his numbers. He don't have to have great numbers to win this game.
No. I know if he go to.
He can't play bad. He can't play bad per se, but he ain't like a 400 game with 3-4 touchdowns.
True. All I'm gonna tell y'all is this: if I know Brady go to that bench and put his head down, the Super Bowl over with. I'm telling y'all know that now. If he goes to that bench and put his head down, the Super Bowl over.
He gonna have that little tablet with him.
Yeah. So
with that tablet. Okay.
He be hot. He got that tablet. He start, hold up, man.
Yeah.
And as a young talent, as great and young as a talent as Mahomes is, the Super Bowl stage is Brady's comfort zone.
Yeah, that man was confident, man.
Bro, you ain't lying.
He's confident and comfortable on this stage, man.
And I won't be surprised.
He's almost come we probably ever been. I seen him in the NFC Championship post game. I'm like, it was like it's like, man, it's nothing to me. Like
I do this every day. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised when he get
home for the Super Bowl. Like he's comfortable.
I wouldn't be surprised like later on down the line we might be all gone, whatever. But they might change the name of that award to the Tom Brady Award. Bro.
Oh man, people be hot with that. He'll be hot. It's on Tom Brady.
And you know it's gonna happen at some point. You see that the Bill Russell final MVP? Why they gonna be the Tom Brady Super Bowl MVP award?
Nah, he got too many scandals to put him on top of anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, this ain't baseball. They don't care. This ain't baseball. This ain't baseball. They don't care about your scandals. This ain't baseball. They don't care about your scandals.
Tom Brady Super Bowl be us be.
He got too many scandals, man.
Yeah, well,
Tom Brady probably can deflate the trophy.
They ain't gonna put no answers there. Nope.
No asterisks next to Brady name.
Y'all forget one thing. He white. They ain't gonna do that. He white. And he good. Let it would have been black. I'd have been the asterisk over him.
Wait, hold on a second, SB. Pete Rose.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, it's funny you mentioned that because on U3 Sports Talk we do talk some baseball. Not a lot, but we talk a little baseball over here. So you know,
what's wrong with. Look, big Yankees.
Orioles won the World Series.
SB, that is the ugliest combination I've ever seen. The Bulls, the Yankees.
Yeah, that is nasty. That is a nasty combination.
Hey, look, man, I'm loyal to who I like, man.
That is a nasty combination right there.
I can explain each one.
SB, how are you a Chicago Bulls fan, Yankees fan, Chargers fan?
I can explain each one.
LA, New York, and Chicago.
I'm gonna answer it for you. SB came of age in the '90s when the Bulls and the Yankees were dominating.
That and let me guess.
What's the excuse for the Chargers then? What's the excuse for the Chargers?
Hey, I can't explain that. I'm sorry.
Okay, look. I'm gonna explain it to you.
I bet your favorite college football team is Alabama, isn't it?
It is, but I can explain it. I can explain all this. Okay, look. First of all, for the Bulls, I'm from Chicago and I grew up in a heavy basketball household. My grandma favorite team is the Bulls. She still support the Bulls. My granddaddy like LeBron. My granddaddy said LeBron is the best player of all time. To him, my grandma say Mike. So we'd have been in the house. That's coming from the crib. Yankees was when I first got introduced to baseball. That was just the team that I like, and they was winning. I ain't gonna lie, they was winning. But that was the team I got introduced to first. The Chargers LT is my favorite player of all time, so I just stuck with the team because I just like the LT. It was LT and Marshall Faulk, but I like the LT better. And then the reason I like the Bears. Sometimes I don't want to mess with the Bears because the Bears. I ain't gonna talk about the Bears. And then Alabama. The reason why I like Alabama because when I went to college, I met a girl who's my best friend, and she's from Alabama, and that was her favorite team. So she just told me about it, and I realized like they take it serious down there, so I just supported it. So I wasn't no bandwagon for Alabama. It was personal reasons in my life why I like Alabama. So don't judge me.
Hey man, I like University of Maryland. You know what I mean?
Trash.
I know you're black, so I know you're since you're black, you probably don't care about hockey. But if you had a favorite hockey team,
Oh, no, I do like hockey. I like the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks, baby.
okay, I thought you were gonna say Columbus Blue Jackets.
Hell no. I like the Blackhawks. I support the city on that one. He come up with the big Bears shit.
Somebody
Bears chain.
shirt.
Oh, look, you can't look. I'm glad I ain't this Bears. Hey, look, I got two perfect videos on my channel for you. It's called How to Be a Bears Fan. And they got a Jordan Crab meme right on the thumbnail. You will love the videos. How to be a Bears fan.
Hey, Rex Grossman, Hall of Famer.
Man.
Hall of Famer in a trash can. He'll say Rex Grossman belong in the trash can.
I could even say that with a straight face.
Hey, Skip, welcome in. Hey, I know we're wrapping up this Super Bowl talk, but I just got to ask you, man, who you got winning, what's the score, and who's the MVP?
Mr.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. I got Tampa Bay winning, right? I got Tampa Bay winning. I got the score. They only gonna win by either a touchdown or a field goal. That's it. It's gonna be a real close game because of the simple fact of the last game they played already. They cannot play Tyreek Hill one-on-one. I know y'all done already said it. I know somebody just said it twice already. And at the same time, I'm gonna put up. It's not gonna be Tom Brady as the MVP because he's gonna have to actually get the running game involved to run the clock out and keep everybody in. I heard my man already tell me. Yeah, he said, "Hey, that's the X factor. That's the defense right now. Is Tom Brady keeping them Patrick Mahomes and the whole offense off that field? If he can run it, if they run that clock like they supposed to and run the ball, guess what? It's gonna be a low scoring game, bro. It's gonna be a low scoring game.
I ain't mad at him. I just thought things gonna happen.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We all can agree if it's a high scoring game, the Bucks gonna lose. Then if it's a high scoring game, if it's like a shootout, I don't
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But
How long you been a Bears fan, Skip?
Huh?
How long you been a Bears fan?
All my life, baby. Hold on. This
You
how
from
we do it.
Chicago?
that's
Yes, sir.
Chicago.
Me too.
Yes, sir. Hey, this how we do it.
Hey,
All your life.
hey, SB, hey, SB.
You know what you sound like? All my life I have to fight.
They had to fight.
Hey, look, all my life we had to fight. Hey, but you know the funny part about it. Hey, bro, you know the funny part about it. All my life we had to fight to be the Bears fans, but we had the Bulls on our side as well. So remember them 6 championships that we got.
Hey, what you
I respect y'all fan base, man. I respect the heck out y'all.
Yeah, I gotta respect Chicago fan base.
I'm a Jaguar fan, so
Man, y'all gotta respect me, man. I'm a Lions fan, bro.
We don't respect you.
Yeah, hard.
You said you're a what? You're a Lions fan.
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll take you over to
Hold on.
LA.
We'll get this one for you there.
Hey,
I
SB,
would love to
SB.
respect you, bro.
Hey,
Y'all get Thanksgiving games every year.
What up, Lee?
I'll give you all that. Y'all get Thanksgiving games every year.
Hey, SB. Hey, SB, show the panel your Rex Grossman jersey.
All right, man.
Hey, I would love to respect.
Hey, somebody in Chicago got Rex Grossman. Hey, yo, somebody in
they
Chicago
did.
got Rex Grossman jersey.
They did.
Somebody got one.
No, they did. They probably all in the trash now, but they did though. Ain't nobody had the balls with that.
I had the
I ain't
Detroit
got no Rex Grossman jersey.
Hey, SB. It was so
Yeah.
bad. I have a buddy of mine. He doesn't even watch a lick of football. But he said because he's from Chicago as well. He said, "All right, I want the Bears to win." I kid you not. He said he's never cussed so much in his life.
I'll be rolling all my homies who Bears fans. They be on me though. But I be laughing. But hey, I gotta ask him though with the Bears chain on. What you think about this Carson Wentz rumor? I think it's a joke to even consider to even try to do something like this.
It's another Nick Foles move.
Yep.
It's another Nick. I'm gonna be real with you. It's another Nick Foles move. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, look, it is what it is. But I guarantee you. Can you tell me the last time the Bears had a real quarterback?
Sid Luckman.
That's crazy.
Hey,
That's a
SB.
fact right there.
SB, I'm telling the truth though. You see what I'm saying?
I know. I'm out here with you. I'm out here with you. I know how it is. I'm out here with you.
Hey, then I'm gonna ask you this: when the last time we had a black quarterback?
And that's hey, look, bro. I don't like to put politics, but that's the real reason why I don't support the Bears, bro. Because they like how you not even like. There's been a couple great ones, and you passed on this man, and you knew Watson was better.
We passed on two. We had Mahomes. We had a chance at Mahomes and Watson.
And they told Mahomes, "We picking you." They literally told Mahomes, "You are number one option. We picking you."
Hey, two things. Go back even further. Donovan McNabb was a free agent. Said he wanted to come home, and the Bears didn't even give him a look.
Nope. That's facts, Sean. That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all. Second thing is, I'm working on a piece right now. I'm gonna do a video about all 2 NFL markets and which markets 32-1 can handle having a black quarterback. Every NFL market can't handle having a black.
I'll be interested in that video. That'd be.
Hey, I definitely can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I need to watch that.
Hey, I think I'll be ready for that with SB. I'll be ready for that one, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I'll be ready because the Bears, the last black quarterback we had was Flash, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's I'm telling you, every market based on their fan base, based on their city's history, can't handle having a black quarterback. And I'm you know what's crazy? I'm not even gonna sugarcoat. I'm gonna tell you what the number one market is that can handle having a black quarterback.
Oh, Atlanta,
Philly. I knew you was gonna say them too.
Yep.
I knew you was gonna say them too.
Look at their history. Yeah. Look at their history.
Hey, and I tell you one more that you really really not thinking about either. It's Cleveland.
Yeah. Cleveland, but the Cleveland, they'll take whatever they can get. They'll take whatever they
right. They'll take exactly. But look, Cleveland to take black quarterback, bro, real quick,
bro. Because go ahead. No, because I ain't gonna lie, I might joke with like my homies who Bears fans and tell themselves, but I'm gonna be real with you. The Bears, fixing your offensive line and a quarterback away from the Super Bowl because you got a Super Bowl talented defense. Honestly, if the Bears get a quarterback, that'll be the NFC worst nightmare. Because
they running back too small for me. They running back too small for me.
Yeah, but they let go of Jordan Hill. Jordan Howard. They
still got Montgomery, right?
Montgomery nice though.
I like him. No, I like him.
Hey,
he's excellent back.
I'm gonna tell y'all something about the Bears though too. When Tariq Cohen come back and he's healthy enough to come back, that's gonna be a big monster because you got to remember you got Cordell Patterson still out there. You still got, and then you still got Cohen, and then you got Montgomery in the backfield as well, and then you got Miller and the other little guy. Mooney. You see what I'm saying? All you need is somebody. All you need is somebody to throw the ball.
And I said this. I told somebody this though too. I said honestly, if the Bears get a quarterback, Mooney, because if you watch Mooney route running is efficient. But if somebody get a quarterback for Cole Kmet, he could be the next Brown. He could be the next good tight end, bro. This other dude I do a sports show with, he a Notre Dame fan. He been telling me about Cole Kmet since he been in college. He said, man, when Cole Kmet comes, he gonna be nice. He just came to the Bears.
I'm a Notre Dame fan as well. Cole Kmet is a monster.
Who's gonna take his
Cole Kmet is a
Hey, Sean, remember I told you about that?
Yeah.
I said that. Yeah. That guy is a beast, bro. And if we can get this tackle from Michigan off the roster, right? Off for just the in the draft. Yeah. If we get this tackle, hey man, I think it's gonna be ugly for people, bro.
Hey, I want to just tell y'all while I got all y'all on, because this has been great tonight, and we ain't gonna wrap up just yet. We're doing U3 Sports Talk starting mid-March. We're gonna be doing mock draft roundtables with all 32 fans of all 32 NFL teams. So we want to make sure every single person on here, when we do our mock draft roundtable for every team, that y'all are on there for your team, because I want y'all to come in and represent. So,
I know I'm good. Ain't nobody in charge of fan but me in the world. So I'm
Yeah.
good.
Okay, I'm a big.
Yeah, you and Ice Cube Jr. That's it. It ain't-
He was part of the fan, ain't he?
Yeah, Chargers fan. So yeah, definitely make sure y'all on for that. But yeah, and real quick, another news: Brooklyn lost tonight to Toronto.
That's sad.
Because they don't play no defense, of course.
What they did, Sean?
That's sad, bro.
Yeah, they lost to Toronto.
I think Brad Favre played bad too, didn't he?
I don't think he played bad. He hit a couple big shots late, but yeah, I don't think he played that bad.
Hey, did they big three play this time?
KD didn't play.
No, KD played. KD, he came in late. Because of COVID protocol.
He on the bench.
Oh, okay.
He on the bench.
Yeah, he came in late because of COVID protocol.
Yeah.
You know, Kyrie can't play with him. You know, Kyrie can't play with him and stuff like that.
Hey, when y'all get a chance, look at their stat sheet. Look at how many shots everybody took.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you who. I'm gonna tell you one move the Nets need to make in order to be the best team in the league, bro. If they trade for Taco Fall or Thon Maker, I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
Taco Fall.
Hey, but I'm telling you, they ain't it, man. They're not it. They're not this year. Next year.
Yeah, next year they can try to fix it, but they're not this year.
Man,
man.
They're so bad in defense, man. They're so terrible.
They let Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam drop 30 plus, man. Come on now.
Hey man, I think you got to give them a chance. I think you got to give them a chance to gel too, though.
That's what I'm saying.
They just started, bro.
I don't think it's this year. It's gonna be next year where we're gonna they really are.
They got to have a chance to gel too. So I mean,
and I told them I just don't. I still got them making the finals because, like I told True and them, I don't see a team in the East that can beat them. I just don't. In a 7-game series, I just can't see it.
And
don't clovers.
You sleeping on Philly like that.
I don't, man. Look, bro, I done put my beliefs in Philly too many times before, and they let me down, bro. They don't got no closers.
I ain't gonna hold you on. The more I watch Philly, the more I don't trust him because I don't trust Ben. When that game gets slowed down, man. That game gets slowed down. He ain't gonna be that effective like that in the playoffs, man.
Ben Simmons.
And I would normally go with you on that, but I'm telling you, what I watched them when they play close games, their closer is Tobias Harris. And he is
Tobias Harris nice.
That's true, but he doing that in regular season. But question is, he do that in the playoffs.
No.
Hey,
that's the question right there.
Ben Simmons should literally just once this offseason occurs, he needs to start shooting right-handed. He's right-handed anyways.
He ain't working on this game. He too be chasing them Kardashians, man. He in the
Kardashians. That man barely got better. Only thing he really improved on since he been in the league is his defense. That's all he improved on. And it's like, dog, what else can you do? Like,
I understand. The thing about Ben Simmons, I don't understand due to his talent. How does he get worse every year?
Man,
he ain't working on this. You can tell he ain't working on this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something because you seen the movie Get Out. The sunken place is Kardashian Kitty. I keep trying to tell you.
Oh man,
the Kardashian Kitty. You in the sunken place.
Sunken place.
The sunken place.
You really have to go there, SB, for real.
Listen.
Think about it. Tristan Thompson ain't been able to get a rebound since he messed with the Kardashians.
Oh,
out there fat. I'm like, yo.
Hey, right. Hey, man, listen.
Hey, man.
Listen, man.
There was Reggie Bush down for.
Hey, and another thing, too, though.
Reggie Bush is out the league, boy. He's out the league.
Hey, man, listen. And thing is, too, the Sixers, man, like, ain't a lot of teams that had the best players at center. You always need a great guard, man. You always need a great guard to win the championship for the most part. It only been a couple times.
Yeah,
right.
Well, like the Trailblazers back in the day with Bill Walton and Hakeem. It's only like 2 times that happened.
Because if they still had Jimmy Butler, then I have the
exactly. And Jimmy Butler, then you know what I mean.
But you don't got no closer.
And
talking about practice.
But I'm gonna tell you
practice.
Jimmy Butler went out there with us and won. They beat
That's all Jimmy buckets.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you though, watch out for Tyrese Maxey late in the season.
Mm-hmm. I like him.
He got that dog. He got that dog in him. He don't.
He got that dog in him. He ain't 8 Mile though.
He ain't there yet. But and also for me, Doc Rivers going to Philly is like Phil Jackson going to the Lakers the first year. Sometimes getting the right coach, going to the right situation at the right time is all that push you over the top. Brett Brown wasn't a good coach.
He wasn't.
Totally in no Doc Rivers though, man. He done blew too much for me, man.
Hey, listen, man.
I like him, but he done blew too much for me.
It's the Clippers, man. It's the Clippers. That's the
yeah, but 2-3-1 leagues.
It's the Clippers. It's the organization. They shouldn't be in LA. They need to move.
Oh,
Listen, you gonna say the Chargers need to move too?
Listen, all I know is this though. I want that match. I want that match in the playoffs with the Celtics.
Hey, look,
I need that match in the playoff. Doc Rivers coaching the Sixers. Because we forget, you asked for a whole trade. The only coach in NBA history asked for a whole trade.
I mean, y'all had Brad Stevens though.
Right, but still though, I feel he asked for a trade. He didn't want to rebuild.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that though.
The Celtics could probably beat Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Hey man, we got two of the top.
Don't be hyping True up, man. Don't be hyping True up, man. They not beating. Tatum one of my favorite players in the league.
Hey, listen, don't let us get healthy. Listen, we got that trade exception we can still make, and rumor is that's gonna happen before the trade deadline. So
I can see y'all making a move. Y'all better get a point guard.
Watch out. You know what I mean? We may get, you know what I mean?
Got Drummond.
They could.
They don't want Drummond. Danny Ainge came out today and said he's looking.
He don't want him.
He wants size with shooting. So
and you know who that is, and it's two people in mind.
Y'all not getting. Don't say Laurie Marketing because y'all not getting him.
No, hold up. It's two people in mind. Harrison Barnes, OG Anunoby.
Nigga, what you need Harrison Barnes for, bro?
Yeah, I don't need him.
He can play the floor. Listen, he wants to stretch the floor out.
Yeah, they want to spread.
It still want to play big.
But do he still rotate him at the 4? Or no? I remember last year.
You can run OG Anunoby in that starting lineup because we got enough. We got for the trade exception. We got enough to get OG Anunoby.
Trade for Julius Randle then.
Oh, that Nixon won a lot for him. Nixon would have won a lot for him.
He bought. Hey, bro, look, that's crazy part about it is
I
I was on a New York Knicks podcast, and I was when they played the Bulls. You know, I had to go in there and talk my smack. But the New York Knicks fans don't even value him. Like I said, bro, y'all do not know what y'all got. Randall over there.
He's crazy right now, bro.
But his value is high on the trade.
Same thing with Zach.
There were a lot.
You said the same thing about Zach LaVine.
We could get OG Anunoby. He fits well because he played defense and he's the guy that keep that 3-point shot. He'll spread the floor out a lot for the Celtics. And Harrison Barnes can be an option too because he can guard like he defender and he can shoot. I mean, he can open 3.
Yeah. So, hey, Sean, I got a question for you too. I know you probably was talking about it. What you think about LeBron coming out saying what he said about the All-Star game? You think it's gonna get canceled? I think he said the right thing. I think he said the right thing too. People forgetting it's still a pandemic, bro. It's the middle of.
At the end of the day, what's the point of having it? It's a money grab.
Yeah.
More than anything.
I think they'll lose more money by having it.
And
me too.
You think about for the NBA, their biggest fan event is always the All-Star game. Like that's where, and you're not gonna get them there. So why have it?
Yep. So, and I got a cousin who live in Atlanta. Like they act like COVID don't exist, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've been seeing the videos and the clubs and all. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They got. I thought they got a cure down there. I thought they had a cure down there.
They got to, bro.
Down here they don't care, bro.
I thought they had a cure or something. I'm like, what?
CA3, you in Atlanta?
Yeah, me and Sean.
SB, I live in Atlanta too.
CA3, you in Atlanta?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I live in Atlanta too. They act like it ain't existing.
They don't care, bro. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Down in Florida, Atlanta.
No, I see with my cousin. He be going to clubs. I be like, bro, you tweaking.
They said Florida like that too.
I mean,
wait.
It's wide open.
Hey, wait, another question. For Sean and C3, I got a question for y'all. Is them Lou Will lemon pepper wings that good, bro? At the strip club, is they that good?
I know.
So I'm gonna be clear. I don't go to strip clubs, but ain't no wings good enough for me to get COVID. I'm sorry.
That's good. That's a good point right there. They ain't no.
I thought you would have had it before COVID though, because if you down there,
I don't mess with them places, man.
Just come to Chicago, get you some Uncle Remus and some hairs. We put you in some
Tell them again, bro. Tell them again. Tell them get you some Uncle
Remus. Uncle Remus, like he
Come on, hey, if I come to Chicago, I'm going to Harold.
Hey,
Nah, you missing out.
I gotta get my mouth straight.
Harold's good though.
Hey,
Harold's good. Uncle
hey,
Reeves better though.
Hey, Harold's good, but we gonna get you either some beggars. We gonna get you a deep. We got to get you that deep dish, man. We got to get you some Giordano's or something like that, man. Hey, look,
Philly
we gonna
or
put you on,
Italian
bro.
beef dip.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
baptize.
Yes,
We
sir.
gonna baptize your beef.
Hey, look.
Hey, you're right.
Hey, look. We're gonna take you down to 111 real quick. It's all good. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Then we'll take you down to Jewtown. Hey, look.
Jewtown.
They get you a Polish boy. You ain't never had a Polish like that. Hey, look at him.
He know
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, on them late nights, boy, go right to Jewtown, boy. Look, that be the lick. That's the drug spot. Jewtown be us.
Only thing, Chicago, man, y'all put way too much on the hot dog, man. Why
Nah, but you gotta
you can't do no mustard and ketchup and that's it.
Nah, man, you eating that hot dog childish, bro. You gotta dress it up, suit and tie, man.
You gotta suit and tie.
It's going to the meat.
Didn't he say he from Detroit?
Yeah,
from Detroit. You know how to dress up, man. We gotta dress the food up too.
Dress it up, man. Suit and tie, relish.
Nah, he's from Florida. He's Pensacola.
Hey, man.
Oh, you eating gators? You eating gators in Ireland? You gotta eat gators.
No, we ain't messing with no frog legs, okay? We ain't messing with all that right now.
Ain't nothing wrong. Hold on. Nothing wrong.
I want to try gator though. I ain't eating no frog legs. I want to try gator.
Fried gator tail is good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
Bro, you gotta learn how to dress.
Yeah, all squid. I mean,
If y'all give me some mouse sauce, I'll eat it.
You gotta
y'all mouth sauce, man.
Y'all gotta learn how to dress up them dogs, man. Come
We
on.
do dress them up. You eat your hot dog child with just sauce on it. That's like a little like my daughter hot
Listen,
dog.
all
over
I
there.
need is onions, some relish, fried onions, relish.
Man, you sound like that
ketchup and
song.
mustard, man.
All I need in my life
That's all I need.
is me and
all
my
I need.
girlfriend.
I went to Detroit,
Oh my God.
bro. I went to Detroit a couple years.
Oh, okay. What's this? Top five what?
I went back to Detroit a couple years ago, man. I went back to Detroit a couple years ago, man. Them chili dogs, they hit different, bro. They hit.
Hey, CA3, I meant to ask you. I knew somebody from Detroit. They said you eat like lemon rice. Well, it was something like what is that? They say y'all eat that in Detroit. Like it's some type. It's like lemon something. I don't know what it is. It's like some type of rice, special made yellow rice or something. Y'all eat in Detroit.
I don't know nothing about that, bro. I don't know.
Somebody told me about that. I'm like, what?
We about to lose this Clipper game, man. Shake my
Hey, yeah. So the way we always end every stream, we end every stream over here with something we call top five. So usually it's like a random top five, and everybody give you their top five, whatever. But in honor of Super Bowl, we got to get everybody's top five Super Bowl party dishes.
Okay.
That's
So whoever wants to go first, we can start first. You got to give us your top five Super Bowl dishes.
I think Chicago food too good. I gotta see what y'all talk about first. I don't want to just set the bar. I don't want to set the bar too high.
You know we going. You know we going there, right?
you gotta have the wings. Gotta have the wings. You gotta have the wings.
What kind?
Me personally, Buffalo. Gotta be hot. Gotta be the hot wings, man. Gotta be the hot wings.
Talk that talk.
You gotta have the pizza. You know what I mean? Gotta have the pizza.
Yeah, yes, sir. He already got it. That pizza they don't know nothing about that. That pizza look too good. They ain't seen no good pizza like that. Ooh, the heaven gates open.
Got the pizza. I'm trying to think. He's trying to think. Pizza, wings.
Look, you don't even know what you want at your pie.
Some buffalo chicken dip.
All right, I give you that.
Good buffalo chicken dip. I'm not trying to think. Cause all I care about is the pizza and wings, though. That's all I care about.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. That'll get the job done. I ain't gonna lie.
You ain't got five. It's all good. I know somebody got five though.
Yeah, I don't got five.
I got like
10.
Hey, y'all ready?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I get it to y'all in the raw real quick. I'm gonna make this year. I'm gonna have some little smokies, the little smoky hot dogs we put in the barbecue sauce. I'm gonna make some meatballs. Had that to go with it. You know, you have meatballs to go with and probably make some mashed potatoes and stuff. Homemade mashed potatoes, not that stuff y'all like to go buy at the store in the box and stuff like that. No, it's the homemade. That's 2 or that's 3?
That's 3.
That's 3.
All right. We're gonna have some chicken wings. And then if I don't know if y'all can see this, but you gotta when you go to the Super Bowl, that's the big dance, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get one of them.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know. You gotta get yourself.
16 years aged.
Oh, yeah. You on a different level.
Yeah.
You gotta have you some of that, man. Some 16-year-old age crown. Hey, look, and just let it ride. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, me, you gotta go. Since he already showed that off, you gotta have a drink. Either I retired from my dark days. You know, I was the Henny guy, but I retired from the Henny. I'm on my tequila way right now. But you gotta have a drink. Wine. If you know, I like wine. I ain't a beer drinker, so wine too. Either way it go. You gotta have the wings, lemon peppered up, mild sauce on the side.
On the side.
Get it right. Then also, if you gotta have pizza, if you like pizza. And one thing I'm surprised I said, not buffalo dip, the rotel dip, the hood dip. You know, the rotel. You gotta have the rotel dip.
You got. Hey, boy, you did some things in that slow cooker, ain't you?
Yeah, you gotta have that rotel right. And then
Oh my God.
probably either from slice. You can go anywhere else with this one. You can either go some salsa dip, or you could go either some ribs if you're getting spicy. If it's one of them real type of nights, that's it. But that's my top 5. You're gonna have a good Super Bowl party and some chips.
Right.
But the chips count with the rotel. Chips count with the rotel.
Yeah, whoever wanna go next got next.
I guess I got next. So I'm turning 17 in 2 weeks, so I ain't drinking shit. But
better than me.
So you gotta have the wings, man. You gotta have them, man. You gotta have the pizza, and then you gotta have the chips. You know, you can have dip on the side. You know, if you would like, and you gotta have some. You gotta have some hot dogs or something. And what else?
You said hot dogs?
Yeah. I really don't know what else, man. I don't usually go all out in the Super Bowl parties. I just watch on myself and just be chilling.
Well, down here in the South, man, what we gonna do is we gonna fire that grill up early in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how cold it is outside. We're getting fired up. Gotta throw those wings on. Gotta put them links, some hot links. Two different types. Yeah. And me, I'm a real person, so I'm gonna have a couple slabs of ribs. And then while all that's going on, gotta have the chips and dip, combination going on. I was gonna say, the little cucumbers and the lettuce and all that bull crap. I ain't gonna eat none of that this time.
Hey, hold on, wait. But how you do the ribs? They fall off that bone though.
Nah, I like my ribs. I want to take them off the bone. This for this. This we snapping the ribs off the bone.
Yeah,
and we cleaning them up. You know what I'm saying? We turn the things to them bones, and then we're gonna top it off. After all that's done, for the first half, I'm gonna be drinking this.
Let me see what you got.
I'll be drinking some 19 crimes over here.
That's wine or that's liquor?
Okay.
That's wine.
Oh yeah, look, you put me on. What's that? Let me see that again. I need to set my wine game up.
The second.
I had that.
Half I'm gonna be messing with that.
The Snoop Dogg.
It's on the same brand, bro. It's on the same brand.
Okay, I never see it. Yeah. I had the Snoop. Yeah.
This one's called an Uprising. It's called an Uprising.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm about to get that.
Yeah, man,
hey, I'm gonna tell you another wine real quick. It's called Poggio. Try it out.
Poggio, yeah. Poggio, okay.
Lee, what's up with you, bro? What kind of food you having?
Anything that tastes good. If it's trash, leave me alone.
Lee the one who coming to the house stealing food. Lee ain't bringing no food. He's stealing food.
Hey man, who he found out who cooking? He found out who cooking. What's on the menu?
Lee only here for the place, y'all. I ain't here for no family reunion, no game. I'm here for the food.
man, listen. All those things that you guys said, it sounds delicious. Just as long as it's not generic, I'm cool. I would definitely chime in. Like I'm not the type that will bring in a plastic cup and say, "Yeah, I contributed." No, I'm not that dude. I'm not gonna be that dude. I bought some. I bought some plastic plates. I bought some plastic cups. I contributed. No, I'm gonna chip in. No, because I know people like that too. Like I had a buddy of mine one time. It was this cookout. He brought one plastic plate, one plastic cup, and that was for him.
Yeah, that's hilarious, yo.
He get kicked out, boy.
Yeah.
Hey,
He won't last a second.
Bro, and guess what? And the thing was, and he ended up getting kicked out because we had it was like a 2-rib max because there was a lot of people. Bro, he took like 4. He took like 4.
Man. You can't play with them ribs, man.
Nah, and then you have Black Big Mama who cooked it. Oh, now you got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what old boy said when he came in the house? How much for one rib?
One rib.
Pour it in my hand for a dime.
But for me,
How many ribs you get with that?
anything like
So that's like 50 cents a rib.
chips.
Hey, you got change for 100.
Hey, chips and dip and a nice barbecue. Hey, you know the worst part about a freeloader is when they come in, they say, I didn't bring anything, but I'm just gonna watch the game with you guys. And then when the food is almost finished and nobody's paying attention, then he wants to grab his food. Have y'all seen that before? Oh, that's
all the time.
Yeah,
You at least gotta get the sodas or something though, man. You at least gotta get some sodas, man.
Yeah,
that's
called,
right.
I'm bringing a Rotel to the Super Bowl and the liquor. That's it. You feel me?
I ain't gonna lie. I went to a barbecue one time, man, empty-handed with a partner of mine. But he had went to the store and bought like 2 cases. I just made sure I carried one. I didn't want to look too crazy, man. I wanted to get a plate.
Right.
Hey, you contributed. You labored. You brought.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick though. You know the difference between, we found out who the cooks was during this pandemic.
Yeah.
During this pandemic, you found out who the cooks was because everybody talking about they broke. They done went out to eat every day.
Every day. I'm in the grill. I ain't gonna say I ain't saying I'm Gordon Ramsay on the grill on the stove, but my girl can cook, so I'm good. I'm good. So I'm eating.
Yeah. Hey, Louis, you ain't give us your top 5 Super Bowl dishes, man.
Oh, yeah, I was having technical difficulties. I had to come out and come back in. Definitely that Buffalo Ranch chicken dip. I'm a beast with that, man. I done mastered that. I got my pulled pork sliders. That's like my top 2 right there. I got my smoked chicken wings. That's 3. I'll smoke a brisket.
Oh yeah, you on a different type of time.
My honey barbecue and bourbon barbecue baby back ribs.
Oh man. Hey, look, you talking, man. He throw his apron on. You talk. He throw his apron on. You talking that talk. Hey, look, y'all ever want to have a grill off? Let me know.
I'm outdoors 90% of the time, man. My grill don't get a rest I'm out in the rain sometimes with my big umbrella on over my grill grilling. So I'm an outdoors cooking type dude.
Where you at again? You in Florida?
Yeah.
That's why, because I swear if you was in Chicago, you won't be outside. It's like 9 degrees out
It's
here.
9 degrees outside.
I'm on my back right now, the short sleeve shirt and some doggone basketball shorts, man.
I got a hoodie on in the house.
Hey, you see, I'm in the crib. I got a Scully on. So
Yeah. Hey, man, I feel you. Listen, man, I'm in the East Coast, man. I'm just it get cold. I mean, it's colder down there in Midwest, though, man. It's cold. It's been.
I don't
know y'all can do it.
Hey,
I don't get cold.
I don't know if y'all can. I don't know if you can see this, bro, but this how we living right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's ugly.
Yeah, no.
I don't get
the grill
cold.
snowed out.
I don't get cold easily. But last week, bro, where I was at, it was so cold. My thermal wear was on top of the thermal wear.
Man, listen.
Come out here. We'll show you what cold is. Come out here.
Hey, I'm telling you, when I lived in the Midwest during the winter, it was so cold the sun didn't come out. Like you didn't see the sun. I'm telling you, I swear, man. I mean, I was like, this don't make no sense. We
done had them days, and we going through them right now, man. We just hey, y'all pray for us and make sure our car start in the morning. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm telling you, man, it was so cold. I seen a Greyhound bus pass by, and the dog was on the inside.
Hey, I'm putting that on Facebook tonight.
I'll miss none of that.
You gotta get his.
I done lived in Missouri. I done lived in Germany. Y'all can keep all of that white stuff, all that cold. Around it again.
I lived in Michigan, bro. My first 9 years of my life, bro. I was so man that they can have that white shit, bro.
I can't wait to move.
Hey, SB. What's colder? What place is colder? Wisconsin or Chicago? Because my buddy of mine who lives in Chicago.
Chicago's a bitch, boy.
Bro, because
it's all the same.
Because he's like because a buddy of mine, because he lives here now, but he's like, bro, Ohio. I was like, man, I don't get cold easily, but Ohio's cold right now.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
He's like, yeah, but
depending on that wind blows.
He said Ohio weather ain't got nothing on Chicago.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this.
It depends on that wind blows.
I'm gonna tell you like this. No matter what you do in Chicago, you're gonna go outside and you're gonna see Sub-Zero and Superman blowing their breath. No, what you do?
Hey, and I got one even better for you. Don't bring your coat to Chicago because it's gonna disrespect your coat wherever you bought it from. You better buy a coat when you're in Chicago.
Chicago coat.
Yeah, no, I learned that lesson the hard way. I bought my little Florida coat up there. That coat said, "Nah, bro, this ain't it."
Yeah, hey, look, they be worried, they be laughing at us because like when y'all think cold, y'all have a hoodie on. We'll come down there in Florida, it'd be like 65. We'd be down there in shorts. We think it's
shorts and a t-shirt. Shorts and a t-shirt.
Shorts and a tank top.
And some sandals. And some flip-flops.
My ideal weather, give me 60 to 75 all year. I'm cool.
Not with the Chicago wind chill. Not with that wind chill.
With the exception of the Chicago wind chill.
When I was
I
lived in Missouri, my favorite meme was a meme of Sub-Zero. And it said I walked outside my door and I had to fight this motherfucker.
I'm fighting him, man. The whole clan.
Hey, and don't go downtown Chicago and think you're gonna get away from it, because that Hawk, it's the Hawk. Hey, you come around that corner, boy, you go right back around the other corner. Talk about, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, I wasn't ready for that one right there.
I would say though, Chicago is beautiful in the summer though.
Look, honestly, he'll tell you this true. We'll be happy when it snows than it don't snow, because it's colder when it don't snow. When it snows, it's colder when it don't snow.
Man,
how is that even possible?
Welcome to Chicago.
That's how I be sometimes. I was like, man, I was in DC, man. I was in DC a couple weeks ago, man. Listen,
We're back to the crib.
It was hot. It was cold, man. I was outside, man. It wasn't right, man.
I don't know.
Hey,
man.
I'm outside. I'm outside
real-
right now.
real
This
talk.
how much use I done got to it. I'm
Mhm.
outside right now and just I got two long sleeves on and a scully, and it's 10 degrees out here smoking.
I can't tell if you smoking or blowing your breath. It's either one out here.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Hey, no lie, man. Real talk. The coldest the coldest I've ever been was in 1998. I was in Kansas, and I was there for 2 years. No lie, it was 30 below zero. That's the coldest I ever been in my life.
Oh man.
Oh,
1998. It ain't no
I
way to
never
hide from
experienced
it 'cause
that.
it's all flat. It's all flat land between the cold and that wind.
I'm good, thank you.
You wasn't at Leavenworth during that time, was you?
He's at Raleigh.
No, I was,
Oh, okay.
I was at Raleigh.
Same difference. Hey, look, same difference. Same difference.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sure your body hurt extra that day.
No, I'm gonna give you one worse than that. And Skip gonna remember this. And we was in Korea.
Don't you talk about Korea, man? And we was talking.
God.
We had water up to our legs and
my
snow
God.
up to our knees.
Oh my God!
God.
No.
I remember them days. I was there too.
So we had a run this morning. It was like a 6-mile run. We were running against the Colonel, and the rule and the thing was, if you beat him, you got a 4-day weekend. But that wind was cutting through my chest, and I went back to the room. They said it was minus 14 with the wind chill, and we out there running in shorts and t-shirt.
It's shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh, he wow.
Hey,
you wasn't losing.
Hey,
I wasn't losing.
That was y'all PT game?
Yeah.
Hey, look, that was our PT game. We came out with shorts and a t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Man, I would have been big.
Nah, I would have forfeited.
You can't forfeit. You put everybody down.
Y'all know how SB look now, right?
Yeah.
You ever seen him sweat and then he had them icicles on his mustache?
Yeah. Yeah.
How bad y'all lose that day?
Sean.
How bad y'all lose that day?
Sean,
No, I didn't lose. I won. I was, first of all, he was older than me, so he wasn't going. I wasn't losing to him. And I'm like, if I'm going to go out here and suffer, I'm going to win. I'm going to get this 40.
Yeah, I'm going all the way back in the building.
Hey, we kept running through the finish line all the way back to the building.
Hold up. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Hey, no, I said I was just talking to Lewis yesterday about that. He was at Fort Lee, and he was talking about how cold it was when he was running. Well, back to Kansas, we had a PT test, and it was in the teens, and the temperature was studied all on dropping. So when it got time to run the 2 mile, I ran the 2 mile in 10 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And he asked me, well, how you ran so fast? I said I couldn't feel nothing. I was just
right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the fastest PT time I ever ran was in Korea. It was 10:51 because it was cold.
He said, I gotta get up out of here.
I got to go.
You be in a hurry to get them 2 miles over with.
Yeah, you like, man, you out there playing around cold if you want to.
Hey, I run 11 minutes and then go back and smoke me a cigarette, and then they be like, how you doing this in the cold? I said, I can't feel nothing anyway, so I might as well stand out here and smoke.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Whole body.
Yeah. I'm trying to
running like Forrest Gump. I can run like the wind blows.
Yeah.
Yep.
That boy pulling that slave speed, boy.
I'm trying to you ain't never seen a brother run faster when he tried to get out that cold into some heat.
He ain't lying, boy.
Hey,
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, even if it's regular formation, trying to get back.
And then to make it so bad, you run to the barracks and jump up under the covers, sweaty and all. It don't matter.
That's the first thing I do.
Yeah, I tell you, boy. Yeah, man. Oh man. Hey, well, listen, man. This was great tonight. Definitely looking forward to Sunday. I know we're not gonna go live. We may go live Sunday at halftime, depending on what's going on, real quick. But otherwise, we'll be back on live Monday night for any given Monday, and we're gonna break this thing down, see what happens. So I hope everybody gets a chance to come back in because I'm remembering all these things. I'm remembering all these predictions, and I want to see who was Negro Damas. So,
hey, Sean, hold on, wait, two things. One, you ain't give us your top 5, and two, I seen the meme and said y'all really gonna go against a black quarterback in Black History Month.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
I saw that too, bro. I saw that
Hey,
too.
for the
It is
record,
what it is.
hey, I got the Chiefs, so that's not me.
Hey,
I said it
man.
is what it is. It is what it is.
I didn't pick Tom Brady when he won MVP, man.
I didn't either. I didn't either.
yeah,
I didn't either.
yeah. No, hey, you're right, SB. I didn't get my top 5. I forgot. Definitely the pizza. Definitely gotta have the pizza. Gotta have the wings. I do 2 flavors of wings, different flavors. I do buffalo, and then I do a Caribbean jerk wing as well.
Yeah. They're low key hot too.
Yeah, they are, but they fire. I gotta have the chips and salsa.
And then you got to add the pig's feet.
And the hog.
Hey, big wild today.
Yeah. You on another one. You on timeout.
Kick him out of the nation. Kick him out of the nation.
That man on his dope mic.
Yeah, for real. I gotta have chips and salsa, but I like the French onion dip and Ruffles. Thing. And then the 5th thing for me, I do like the buffalo chicken dip. I do love that. But I also like the spinach artichoke dip too. That spinach artichoke dip be hitting on something. So yeah.
Yeah, the spinach dip. Yeah.
That's just me. Give me all them dips and chips and my piece and wings, and I'm good. Yeah. So, hey, listen, man, this was fun. Like I say, we'll be back on live Monday night, definitely. So I'm hoping everybody comes back in because again, this was fun. Definitely great chopping it up with everybody. So yeah, if you're available Monday night, we'll be back on Monday at 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. Just turn on your notifications.
Yeah, once again, man, shout out to all the healthcare workers out there that's gonna be just fighting that battle with the COVID. Shout out to everybody that's out there grinding, man, trying to get it, trying to make it. Keep your head up.
Yes, and if y'all have shout out my guys. Please don't subscribe to CA3 Sports Talk. Please subscribe to True.
I'm gonna drop my link.
TV. Please subscribe to SB Talk Sports 1 because again, we're all out here trying to get it. We're all gonna support each other because that's what we got to do as brothers. So please, if you haven't had a chance, please make sure you subscribe because that's what we're about over here. We're gonna uplift and support each other because we all trying to do some great things with this thing. So
yes, sir.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sean,
I'll put my link in the private chat, y'all, if y'all want to follow too.
yeah.
Hey, SB, I did subscribe yesterday.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And
Yeah.
Sean, I'm gonna email you
Okay.
tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. We'll connect.
Yes, sir.
I just subscribed, SB. I just subscribed. to SB.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We are working.
I'm already a subscriber to True King.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we're gonna be doing, and just so y'all know, man, we're gonna be doing some things on this channel. We got something coming up, pretty cool. We call it Debate Wars. So we're gonna be doing some different stuff on this channel as it grows. So just be on the lookout for that, man. Because like I say, man, we want to do some different things with this channel, and definitely, like I said, whatever y'all need from us, need from me, please let me know.
I'll be happy to debate over here. I got somebody over here gonna defend Mike with me, over there.
Hey man, listen. Sean, know though, man. I travel, man.
Right,
I don't need no home games, man. I'm
I'm about to say.
I'm a lead debater.
SB,
You know what I mean?
SB, I'm gonna take you up on that debate. Judd Bushler is better than Michael.
Oh man!
Don't be on your Lord Ninja.
Hey,
yeah. Ooh wee.
Yeah. Oh God. Please no. Hey, we won't block anybody, but we'll kick you out if you're stupid. That's all.
Hey, real quick. So
hit him with the
real quick. What I was on social media, I did this on purpose during the Last Dance, especially the first episode. I put on my status. I said, I can name 23 players better than Michael Jordan. I named nobody but Scrub. I had a friend of mine called me and said, bro, I was about to fight you.
I was almost ready to fight you too until you just a second.
Hey, man, hey, Lee, I'll debate you that Will Purdue is better than Ron Harper.
Will Purdue better than who?
Will Purdue better than Ron Harper? What you talking about?
Hey man, I'm done with this conversation. I'm done with this conversation right now.
Oh my God.
Real takes over fake debates, man. Stop.
You're not gonna do that to my man, okay? You're not gonna do that to my man.
Hey, man, you know what? Scotty Williams is better than Michael Jordan too.
Scotty Williams. He got
See,
you.
and then there goes the conversation.
Hey, on the real though, people don't know how good Ron Harper was before his knees went out.
Oh yeah, he was great.
That's fine.
Yeah, he was nice. He was nice.
He was nice before his knees went out. That Bulls Ron Harper, that ain't the real Ron Harper.
No.
Yeah, that Cleveland Ron Harper was nice, man.
At Cleveland and Clippers, Ron
Hey,
Harper.
you know you good when you get your brother on, and he shouldn't have been in the league.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that though, because J.R. Smith got his brother in the league, so I don't know.
They ain't got out the league.
Yeah,
He was out that same year.
Hey, but think about it. Giannis got two brothers in the league, and can't neither one of them play.
Yeah. No, he got his other brother nice though. The one that's still in high school, that one
The
different.
one in high school,
Man,
still nice. The two in the league.
I see it to believe it though, man. Cause it's on me. I don't know, man.
Nah,
the only one of them good.
Got Mike and Scotty.
Hey, Thon Maker's cousin.
Oh, that ain't Scotty. That's Craig Hodges.
That's Craig Hodges.
Yeah, Craig Hodges.
I don't know how Thanasis just came in the league out of nowhere and started playing. I don't get that, bro.
who?
Thanasis, Giannis's brother, he just got out of nowhere and started playing.
He the oldest brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, True. Sorry, they ain't looking too good for Boston right now.
I know, man. You got Grant Williams started. You know it's bad. You got Grant Williams started, man.
Ass whooping.
I mean, Grant Williams couldn't start in the church league, so you know he should be starting.
Hey,
Hey, don't feel bad.
Man.
I'm in the Bulls group, and they gonna ask, should we start Denzel Valentine?
Oh my God!
I mean, something still can come back though. But I mean,
That's why I made that video about we need to go get Lonzo Ball because we need to put Kobe White and Ray to run the point.
Kimba playing bad. Carson Edwards is surprisingly playing good.
Mm-hmm.
He's surprisingly playing.
And did that rookie get hurt?
Yeah, he hurt. That's what I'm saying. He hurt. Marcus Smart hurt. Jaylen Brown, he was questionable tonight. He didn't play. He ain't playing right now. So
Jay Tatum by himself.
Yeah. Hey, SB, I gotta tell you how bad Denzel Valentine is. He's so bad. People ask his mama what he do. She tell him that he sells drugs.
that's wrong.
Hey, he ain't lying though.
Hey, I want to chime in real quick and tell y'all something, man. I got two of my homeboys at the Super Bowl this week, and for real, I'm sorry. I don't mean to change the subject and everything like that.
No, you good.
But is Antoine Randall? He from Harvey. He from my city. Hey, he actually coaching Tampa Bay right now as an offensive assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, fire.
And then we got another guy from Chicago that's actually the receivers coach, which is Greg Lewis, and he went to my high school.
Shout out.
Greg Lewis from Kansas City.
So I went to Thornton for 2 years, and then I went to Rich South for my last 2 years. So both of them coming from Rich South and Thornton. I already posted it on Facebook. Was like, who gonna win, Rich South or Thornton? Everybody said Thornton. You know how that go. So it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they said Thornton, that means Tampa Bay gonna win the game, bro. Just letting y'all know that.
Hey, listen, man, I done seen all kinds of stuff. I seen a baby pick up the Bucks helmet over the Chiefs helmet.
Yeah.
They still be doing that.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't even think I seen it no more, yo.
I seen the dog pick the Chiefs helmet. So
What they either like a dolphin or something like that to pick something. What they either do an animal, like it was something they either do.
Hey,
Yeah.
Back in the day. But go
I'll
ahead.
tell you though, I seen the baby pick up the Bucks helmet. I think she was racist because she went to that Bucks helmet real fast. Like, it was real quick. I'm concerned.
That paper.
Yeah. I'm like she looked like she had some racial hate in her heart.
They started early,
Oh,
man.
man.
They started early.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, yeah.
They started them off
She was
early.
Too quick. It was way too quick. Like, come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing for the south suburbs of Chicago right now because we got two coaches that's in the Super Bowl right now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was trying to put it out there, but a whole lot of people was listening, but they wasn't feeling it too much. And if y'all could put it out there like that too, you know what I'm saying? You got two people that played in the south suburbs that's actually in the Super Bowl playing against each other right now, and they played against each other in high schools as well.
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah,
can't. Yeah.
shout out to Chris Godwin too. Come out of Delaware too, though, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, hey,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Shout out to man. So,
Hey, listen, I always tell people, listen, if you don't know who to pick, if you don't know who's picking the game, just look at the roster, see who's from the state of Florida, because they got the fastest people, more fast people than the other roster. That's what
Nah, not really. Not really.
Yes, they do.
Not really.
Stop hating on Florida by the speed.
hey, don't Florida do be fast. Though. I can't lie.
Hey,
Don't Florida
Hey.
do be fast though.
hey, them Chicago dudes be fast too. Y'all know who we running from.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, snap.
Hey,
yo.
hey, my man know what I'm talking about though.
Hey.
For sure.
hey, this is you know how it is. I told you, man, that Florida speed is a different animal. We out there chasing rabbits barefoot in the field, man. This is different speed, man.
Yeah, but we got on shoes. My homeboy used to beat me on the streets, and when we put on shoes and go on the track, it's a wrap after that.
Oh, man.
Hey, I was
Hey.
crying. That was stupid.
Oh man. Hey, well listen, like I say, man, we're gonna be back on Monday night. So please turn on your notifications because again, we're gonna come back in, break this thing down, break this game down, just talk about all the sports news of the weekend, Monday night, calling it Any Given Monday. So yeah, just get ready for Any Given Monday because you just never know where we're gonna go.
Hey,
on YouTube.
Hey, I would love to talk. I would love to talk to y'all during the halftime show. That would be like that during the halftime. I
Yeah.
don't even want to watch the weekend. I don't care about the weekend.
I never watched the halftime show.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Hey, look, just for us to get like the 10 to 15 minutes in with each other, I think that would be like a wonderful thing right there, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'll probably try if my
hey.
background loud, I probably won't get in. But if my background ain't loud, I got you. I'm down.
Hey,
J-Mac,
hey,
you want to do it?
yeah, that would be a good idea. I'd watch the halftime show if Fergie were performing.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yo.
I don't know. If Mary J. Blige,
That's a deal breaker for real, man. He's
Right.
like, hey,
you know,
Hey,
Mary J.
yeah, no, yeah. So I tell you what. So what we'll do, we will go live during halftime. So just turn your notifications on because we're gonna try to time it right. But yeah, we'll go live during halftime. Because halftime is probably gonna be about 45 minutes. So
Yeah.
we'll
Okay.
go live and chop it up about the first half, and then so just make sure your notifications are on. So when we go live, everybody can jump in. So yeah, we'll definitely do that.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So hey, appreciate y'all brothers for jumping in.
Thanks for having me on, my boy.
Hey, yeah, and
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
salute. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
look.
like I said, man, Sunday night
Go ahead, bro.
we'll be on during halftime.
all right, salute,
Yeah.
fellas.
Hey, salute, fellas.
Salute, everybody.
All right, salute.
All right.